Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, the roots. Go to the roots, to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try to run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afrodamus Report. I'm your host, Afrodamus. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I want to welcome all of you in today's edition of the Afrodamus Report. So, guys, as you guys, if you've been following the U.S. politics, guys, boy, oh boy, things have been getting hot non-stop. And for those of you that's been paying attention, and maybe in the past you were even called a conspiracy theorist, well, a lot of things have been revealed right in front of us. If you haven't watched even the debate between Trump and Biden, where Trump literally just murdered Biden, I have it. I'm going to do a show on that as well. But we've seen a lot of things happen, during this time. We've seen Trump, there was an attempted assassination on Trump's life, and people pretend like, oh my goodness, America never does anything like that. Guys, the most popular president that was, you guys know, unalived, JFK, like the same thing. When he went against the people in the shadows, they took him out. So that alone, if you look at like Trump, and it's basically Trump going against masses plantation. Because you see, with masses plantation, they want to put a color over it. So like the Democrats, they are masses plantation. They own the media, they own the blacks too. So the blacks have a problem, which is leadership. I mean, guys, let's take it all the way to 2004. The blacks could not put up, their own representative. They had to rely on a half feather, half Kenyan, who his mother was white, his father is Kenyan. But you notice the blacks, the part that represent them, which is the father, the blackness, that's the part that they despise and question the most. Even though that's what made Obama, right? They chose Obama and they bent the knee because the blacks were mesmerized. They went with the outward look. But many blacks started realizing, wait a minute. we made a mistake, but they cannot admit it because the media is not going to allow them to do so. So we move fast forward to Kamala Harris, the first transracial black, transracial Indian to be selected as vice president. So today, this is what the discussion is going to be about. Because personally, like, I'm confused. For the past few years, we've been hearing, you know, oh man, these tethers, they want to replace us, the Africans and the Jamaicans, and but is it, well, Kamala have some connection to Jamaica, but you know, we would find out what she, like her true identity is, how she was raised, her mindset, the people that she represent. Because folks, let me tell you, that's very important. It's not just like somebody comes up and starts saying, oh, I'm black. Now all of a sudden you are black. So this is the disconnect we have between us, the real Africans, and the blacks. Because you see, the blacks are confused about who is black. They are very confused. They even accept Mariah Carey as black. But you see, when Obama came, even though Obama was raised by his white mother, he wasn't raised in the hood around the blacks. Well, he visited his father's country, Kenya, right? So, my point is, any of these people that can pick up little bits of phrases from, the countries they are tethering from, then they are not black American. But the blacks are so desperate to worship a light skinned mixed person, because they want to spite the white man. Barack Obama got in. Smart man. What did he do? He knew if he did the Kamala, because Kamala married a white, you guys know the little, little hats. I can't say it, but put two and two together. That's who her husband is, right? But Barack Obama, he married a, quote unquote FBA person. So he made it to the White House 2 terms. And then Trump came in, he detected it. I started asking questions because I've never seen anything like when Trump came around. Like, unanimously, the media, it's like they all repeat the same things, right? And they bring people to lie to us back to back. I was like, oh, the fix is in. If you question it, they're like, oh, what, you don't like black people or what? So every 4 years, they make it about blackness. So if you're confused about why I'm talking about this, they're making it about blackness, and black people are confused. If this is a race, that black people are, if they make it about race, skin color, shouldn't black people know the truth, which side they are on? Because black people, just like in Barack Obama's case, I know most of you blacks, even watching me, you will still refuse to accept this. But Tariq Nasheed and other people have made this known that you guys' grievance, your beef, is against so-called, quote unquote, feathers. But you guys cannot have your own representative. It is the tethers, the light-skinned tethers, that represent the blacks very well. No black, I mean like FBA, have ever made it to the Oval Office. Am I lying? So they gave the blacks Barack Obama. So that same thing they are trying to do this time around. Because see, when they had like series of things in place. Remember, what they did? Go back. Don't believe in what I'm saying. Just go back and see who who is in charge of prosecuting Trump. They brought, the blacks, because it's just like plantation work, plantation. So it's not literally people are going to be picking the cotton, but who did they put in charge of doing all the dirty, nasty jobs? FBA women. They deceived them into thinking they have prestigious position. They made them prosecutors. Like in New York City, they have Letitia James went after Trump because there is, like, first of all, they try to kill his character in the media. When all rational people know these things that they are pushing, in fact, the same people that are pushing it, think about it. They were running the same, like even this Kamala, they're running on the fact they say, oh, the justice system is so unfair. So the same things that they said, is unfair. We are all seeing that's what they are doing to Trump, and it's the same group of people doing this. First, they try to assassinate his character in the media. They failed. Then they are like, let's use the law. Guys, come on. Come on. Those of you that are watching me, none of you are naive. I don't believe that you guys are this naive to believe that, you know, these people in charge, the White House, the CIA, the FBI, all these people are not against Trump. We're watching this happen, right? So Joe Biden, they said he won the presidency. Fine. This is what we were told. There's a lot of discrepancies, but anyone that there are questions is goes to jail. That should be clue number one. Since when did it become a crime to question the legitimacy of the elections? People do this all the time. Do you guys remember Al Gore and Bush? They went to court, they fought this out. Hillary Clinton, when she lost in 2016, she refused to accept it. She kept saying this is rigged. But they didn't go after her. Why is it different with Trump? Why? And then they turn it racial. They know that the blacks are angry about America. They feel slighted. They feel like, everything is racial. So the Democrats keep pushing it. So prior to 2020, Kamala Harris was Indian back then. Just FYI, this is all in the media. She was Indian. That's who she represented herself as. In fact, there's news clips when she won her Senate seat in California. I would present all that to you here. You would see what she was presented as. But you see, since they wanted to make the elections about race, they asked Joe Biden. You guys remember this? Joe Biden had to come and make an announcement that his vice president, will be a black woman. So when people say DEI and the blacks get mad, what are you mad about? They push DEI. So is DEI a bad thing? But what you don't understand is the Democratic plantation is masses plantation. They know that these black women, especially blacks, are hungry for symbolism. And the Democrats need to mess up this country. So they put someone there who is incapable. So therefore, no one can criticize them, because if you do, they're going to say, oh, you hate black people. You cannot criticize them. So they've been prepping Kamala for a long time. So the moment Biden said He's going to select a black woman. Look at who they put there. Exactly. Kamala Harris. And the blacks jumped right on it. Because think about it. In 2004, they brought Barack Obama, light skin. The blacks are fascinated with light skin. They want to be close to white. Proof fact is in Barack Obama. They voted for Barack Obama in large numbers. So they are like, okay, let us now take Harris and pass her off as black. Because even though her father is Jamaican, they're like, no, the blacks here in America are too stupid to know that, Jamaica is not even a black, only black people there. Some they have Chinese, Caucasian, they have even Indian there. So they are like, hey, the blacks are too stupid to know this. Why don't we just tell them she is black? She's dyed her hair down and she go, hey, you go, girlfriend. And she went to Howard University, historically black college, which, the white people put up, but we'll give it to the blacks, right? Rachel Dolezal went to the same school. But how come they're offended by her cosplaying black, but Kamala was accepted as black? Now the question becomes, what makes, what is a black identity? What is black culture? Do the blacks have a culture? Do they have a real identity? Or the blacks just go with whatever the Democrats tell them, this is who the black person is. I don't want you to take my word for it. I'm going to play it in Kamala's own words for you guys to see, you know, if she's black or she's not. Okay? I'm not doing this to upset any of you, but because they are saying you have to pick, you have to choose, you have to vote for Kamala because she's black. So, is she really black? What makes a person black? Let me do my fair use here and I'll play some clips. This is for fair use purposes. So some of the people that, because I've seen videos where some of the blacks, you know, just so they feel good about themselves, they're like, oh, Kamala identifies as black. In this country, they would call her black. We've never seen even Indians claiming her. Okay, well, maybe you've never seen it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But this is what the Afridanos report is here for. You know, I went and found out. Do Indians know who that Kamala belongs to them? And even if Kamala, let's say she's black, according to the FBA, they are against black debtors, blacks from Africa and Jamaica. So let's just agree that FBA, ADOS do not. See, yes, Jamaican does not necessarily mean black. There are black, there are Chinese Jamaicans, there are Indian Jamaicans. Literally. Yes. Like Indian, Southeast Indian, like Kamala's father is in Hindu Brahman. Hindu Brahman mixed with Irish. That's where the Harris last name came from. So there is no proof that her lineage, she has even a silver of lineage that came from, Africa. There isn't any. So if she has zero from Africa, her mother came from India, her father came from Jamaica, then she's not FBA. Why is FBA bending the knee? Is FBA the water boys that have to carry masses, masses, hard work, like they did in New York. They put the black woman up front to go after Trump because the anger would not go towards the white liberals. In Georgia, the same thing. So you're seeing all these black women in all these places and few black men in in positions to destroy America. You see? But they're not allowing the blacks to be up on the ticket for the White House. That has to be a tether. A tether. So this time around, it's an Indian. Here we go. I got a short news clip when Kamala was selected as vice president. Let's see what the Indian news was saying.
To be nominated as a vice presidential candidate in America.
I stand before you as the first candidate for
Becoming the first Indian American woman to be nominated.
Did you guys hear that? She is referred to as Indian American.
As a vice presidential candidate in America.
I stand before you as the first candidate for vice president of the United States of South Asian descent. When my mother, Kamala, stepped off the plane in California at 19 years old, she didn't have much in the way of belongings.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that part? So, solidify, she's a tether. The mom stepped out of the plane from India and she identifies as Southeast Asian. You guys are hearing this yourself. All right, let's continue.
But she carried with her lessons from back home. Growing up, my mother would take my sister, Maya, and me back to what was then called Madras.
Did you guys hear this? She grew up eating tandoori chicken and naan. That's right. So when she was saying that, she was eating, collard green, saying she eats collard green, ribs and all. It was all a lie. She grew up eating tandoori chicken, chicken masala, tikka masala sauce. Okay? That's what she grew up eating. And, nothing wrong with that. But why even cosplaying it? And on her vacations as a kid, where did she go? She didn't go to North South Carolina, Mississippi, or one of these black ghettos, hoods. She doesn't have no big mama out there smoking Newport. My point is, when it was Thanksgiving, she was not going to Big Mama's house. Like, she was going for tandoori chicken. Here we go.
Because she wanted us to understand where she had come from.
Did you guys hear that? So she straight up, you guys heard her in that first video, she's not black, right? Okay, let's hear her conversation with Mindy. Mindy is a comedian, Indian comedian. In fact, Mindy's brother, there's a video out there. He used to work for CNN, and that was the guy that, he's like, they're dark-skinned Indian. So he passed for black and got scholarship. So this is why the blacks have to worship tethers these days. So listen to this next conversation here too.
Respectful to call, I should be calling you Senator Harris, right?
No, you should not. That's not on my birth certificate.
Okay.
Call
Kamala?
Yes, please.
Okay, because the Indian in me, I feel like my parents, my dad will watch this.
Just don't call me Auntie.
Okay. I won't call you Auntie.
See, she can relate to their culture. But here we go.
They'll be like, how could you call her by her first name? She's worked so hard. Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that
Did you guys hear that? They said, you are Indian. She's like, yeah. And this is on live TV. She's like, yes, I am Indian.
everybody knows that. But I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes.
Did you hear that? So the Indian tethers are on code. So those of you that are running around saying, "Oh, we don't see Indians claiming Kamala as their one of them," did you not hear what she said? The Indians are telling each other at the supermarket, "Oh, look at these dumb blacks. Oh, we infiltrated them with Kamala. You see? We infiltrated them with Kamala. Look at these blacks walking around here believing that she is black." But the Indians at the supermarket, you heard it. They're telling each other, "Oh, oh, do you know? Did you see Kamala have been selected as vice president? Did you know she's Indian?" They're like, "Yeah," and they high five each other. In the meantime, FBA is busy attacking who? Africans and Caribbeans. Yes, Kamala's father came from the Caribbean island of Jamaica. But you must know the island of Jamaica is not an African country. It's not only dark-skinned black people there. So I have another video here. See, Kamala is very brilliant. Very brilliant. I have another video here for when she became the first Indian senator and they were swearing her in. Check this video out. Okay? When her family comes out, if you would see even one single FBA here. Here we go.
His first Indian American senator in 2017.
Yes.
Watch Kamala Harris sworn in as first Indian American senator in 2017.
Do you guys see this? So don't minutes to my mom. You see, the receipts are right here in front of you. Right in front of you. So here we go.
Yes.
Put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right. Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies? Now you got some family out here?
Thank you. Come on, family. I got quite a crew.
Can you see everybody? You can't see the big guy. I'm not doing it.
Hey, watch. You guys seeing her family, right? Those so, "Oh, she's black." You see?
Up top.
You guys see that, right? You guys see.
Poor hubby. Poor hubby.
Now,
Exactly. You know? So this is what is happening here, right? So she's over here laughing with the Indians saying, "Oh, they think I'm black." In the meantime, you got the blacks doing this over here.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man, what you gonna do? Look out, boys, it's coming through. Yeah, man, yeah, man. Boy, he got educated feet.
Exactly. So the blacks are out here trying to show like they are the best. They are the best tap dancers. You see, you've seen those videos, right? If that is not enough, let me show you an interview with Kamala Harris's auntie back in India. Okay? Let me show you. Let me show you right here so that you don't think I'm not showing you everything. Here we go.
As about the upbringing that Kamala Harris had and the mother's influence on her life.
See, we were not there when her mother was bringing her up. But from what we saw, she was a strict mother. She taught her values. She told her what to do. And she told her to fight for everything. That is the kind of thing.
Ma'am, and also now you can see that Kamala Harris has risen to such a high position. Do you see the same streak of rebellion that you saw in her mother in Kamala Harris and in the way she has actually fought her way to the top?
Yes, definitely. Because Shamla would have been very happy had she been alive. Unfortunately, she died very young. But, she would have been very happy because she brought them up to come up to this level. And I knew Shamla when Kamala was first fighting for the DA post in San Francisco. I was in California at that time. And Kamala was thinking of standing for the DA post. And we were talking about it and we knew about it. And from that time, I knew that Kamala wanted to get somewhere. And she said, I'm going to do it and I'm going to become the DA. And that's how she did. She became a DA, then she became an Attorney General, then she became a senator. That is the kind of a thing.
Ma'am, in fact, we came to know via reports that you had broken coconuts for Kamala Harris during her course as a...
There was a little, when the Attorney General post was there was a slight confusion in the counting of the post because that was a fight between the DA of California, DA of San Francisco and DA of Los Angeles. So there was a little confusion. So overnight, we were on the computer trying to see whether the...
So, are you guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? American royalty said, Afridamus, isn't there a nationally recognized Indian tribe in Africa? I guess in Kenya and South Africa, some of these East African countries, yes, even Kamala, she partly grew up in Zambia. They are in East Africa, but they still are not black. Here we go. The link is in the chat, guys. Feel free to hit the link too.
Votes had been counted. So at that time, in some confusion, I had prayed, and then I went and broke 108 coconuts.
Ma'am, this time around, when she was fighting for her biggest post yet, was there any special ritual you had performed on your own or perhaps on her request?
No, I didn't go anywhere because of the COVID.
Ma'am, and when was the last time she visited you and family back in India?
I think she visited us last when her mother died. Yeah, when her mother died. When Shamla died, the ashes were brought.
So that's Kamala's auntie. If you see here, they are showcasing the hometown girl. So when Joy Reid from MSNBC comes up, Joy Reid, who also is a tether, her father is from the Congo and her mother is from one of the islands. Do the blacks even have any real representative? So this is why now I understand why they are upset at the tethers. So if you're very upset, FBA, feel free to hit that link too. Guys, get the likes up so we can alert a lot more people that I'm around so they can come get this information. So this is Kamala Harris's auntie. Okay, so here we go.
To India. So at that time, my mother was alive. So she came to India at that time. I think that is the last time, I can't remember.
Ma'am, could you please tell about Kamala Harris, ma'am's Indian connection and how she's connected to Indian culture, how she has showcased Indian culture perhaps in ways that you only know?
No, she adapts to everything.
Do you guys, it's about to talk about how she is Indian, okay? So, you know how, like, for example, basketball player, let me give you somebody like LeBron James. Back in the days when LeBron was coming from high school, they had to go to his hood, Akron, Ohio, because that's where LeBron is from, hometown. So they had to go see where LeBron is from. So like, let's say 50 Cent, he's from Queens, New York. If you want to know about him, that's, you go there, you interview the people, you're going to find his relatives over there. So the same thing, like Kamala became well known, she got selected. Imagine these guys. Imagine she got selected as quote unquote the first black vice president. But where did they go look for the information? Not in Nigeria, not in Ghana, Kenya, or any other place, but India. I mean, that's where you guys lost us, the Africans. We're like, oh, hell no. No. No, like, it's FBA trying to make themselves feel good, to accept bending the knee for an Indian tether, to pretend that, oh, the father is from Jamaica. Well, Jamaica, not everybody is black over there. I want to make this clear. I want to make this clear. So let us hear what her auntie is, let her auntie, give us the scoop here.
He likes everything.
And last time I checked, even though I know you FBAs, I won't put it past you. Some of you might try to come and pretend that you're no longer feather Indian. You might try to say you are this type of Indians, but we're sitting here waiting for you. If you try that, we would ask you to speak the language. So you better get Rosetta Stone if you're planning on trying to lie to us about that too. Here we go.
She will look at things and she will like it. For instance, a simple thing, like when we are sitting in family, our cousins would come and my mother would make us all sit together and sit on the floor and give us, food in the hand. And she'll say, kuchiko, kuchiko. And Kamala, even when she grew up, she'll come to my house and say, Chite, I wanted kuchiko, kuchiko. And she will say that, So she had some kind of a...
Did you guys hear this? Kamala is speaking that Hindi language. Okay? She's a Tamil. You think Kamala only speaks English and giggle? No. She speaks Kuchiko Kuchiko too. You heard the auntie just told us. Yeah. When she was growing up, instead of saying, oh, good, big mama, good morning, she say namaste. Koreja hair. So they are deceiving the blacks, making you, the blacks, believe that, oh, she's from the Motisa tribe. And guys, nobody is much more of an expert to point out a Motisa. If she was a Motisa, I would have let you know. I will not deceive you. I will not travel all the way to India, South India, to bring you this information. Believe
You
you
went
me.
to India, bro? Yeah, I'm
Huh?
playing. I'm playing. No, you said you traveled to India. I know what you mean. You play.
Yeah. You see? So she is definitely one of those people. Okay?
So yeah, I don't know if you were going to finish playing that video. I
Hold on.
wanted.
Just a
Go ahead, bro.
quick section here, and then we would get straight into the conversation.
With South Indian. She liked a few things in South.
I'm surely you've seen her videos of making Indian cuisine and Indian food. So what do you think about that?
Good for her. I'm glad about it.
Do you guys see, how Kamala is not black? When it comes to Jamaican, because she knows everyone sees Jamaican as black, right? Black alone. If it's about the blacks, it's negative. Like, she's like, talks about weed or rap, like degenerate stuff. That's what she does. Jamaica, she's associating Jamaicans to only weed smoking. When it comes to the blacks, she associates them to, guess what? Sagging pants, liking weed, Tupac, as if that's all blacks, right? But did you see her in the Indian show? In the Indian show, she was even she was playing Indian auntie. They're talking about food. So this is her auntie here telling you, telling you about who she really is. Okay? So one more minute and then I'll bring you guys in.
Mostly nowadays her cook is my younger sister from Canada. Here we went and prayed for Kamala. So this year I want to go and say thank you to him. That's all.
I mean, how was your family reacted? Your relatives? You should have been receiving a flurry of phone calls.
Oh yeah, all our cousins have been giving messages or calling and everything. Yeah.
And anything you'd like to tell to people regarding educating girl children, particularly because you've been from a family.
All right. So, so you guys have seen that, right? So now I'm going to bring the people in. Guys, welcome to the Afridamus report. I see Ola and I see Mr. G 1804. Guys, what do you guys let's start with Ola. Ola, what do you think about this? Like they are trying to come here and tell people, the blacks, deceiving them, telling them Kamala is black, and the blacks are accepting it. But before 2020, you saw me play the video. She was announced as the first Indian senator. Kidola, what do you think is happening here? Do you think even though the blacks, they said they're against tethers? Do you believe that they're against tethers, or they are going to bend the knees?
But they would bend the knee. You tell me, I know this bloody FBA, they ain't shit.
Wait, Kidola, are you shocked to see that? You remember they used to say they're against Jamaicans, and so now all of a sudden here is a questionable, because Jamaica have Chinese, they have Indians, why do you think FBA, when it comes to Kamala, they want to make excuses?
The real Indian now want to rule them.
Yes, the real Indian is ruling them. Go ahead.
Do you think it's that simple? Do you think it's that simple?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ola. I'm sorry. I thought that was
you this black American guy. the real Indians coming to rule your guys now. You just FBA, ADOS that cry every time on this internet, calling potatoes, all kind of shit. You see, this your daddy never see you're good for anything. You know what I'm saying? When they bring it now, they support the Indian policy as black people to you people. You're dancing your head.
Are you shocked to see that in the game of this blackness, it is actually tethers? Like, look at Barack Obama. He out-blacked the blacks. Now look at an Indian tether. She is out-blacking the blacks. She even was used. They committed a coup d'etat in the Democratic Party.
What do you mean by out-blacks the black? if you don't mind explaining.
Because the blacks thought their black card was stronger than the tether card. But obviously we're seeing that, because me being the ambassador tether, I understand which positions I can run for, right? Because they want they want the light-skinned Motisa tethers. The Motisa tethers have more power than the black
the racially ambiguous.
Yes, that's what they want. You see? So
and to be honest with you, my brother, if you listen to thank you for having me on the show. By the way, I guess I'm one of these.
Where are you calling from?
Man, you too sharp. Why you? The Indians want to rule you guys, man. You too sharp. Hold on. You jump too much. Look, Afridamus. You see all these so-called FBA, ADO that is crying in the internet all the time. These are scammers. These are buffoons. In the real game, you understand? In the real game, they want to be white or Indian. Now, the Democrats have sampled them real Indian now. You understand me? At the same time, the Democrats telling them, hello, she's a black woman, eh? You just look at her, she's black. So you see, they're fooling them. You understand me? They're fooling them.
Kidola, do you think the blacks know this and they're going along, or they really believe that she is black?
Can I help you? Can I answer that real quick?
Hold on, let me finish.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Look, let me just tell you the truth. I now realize the so-called black Americans in the United States got no game at all. They are not standing up for themselves. They're being controlled. Who is the daddy say, can you eat this pancake? They will eat it. When the daddy said, Do you want to eat
microwave,
Mac and cheese.
mac and
Mac and
cheese.
cheese.
Oh yeah, mac and cheese. They're going to eat that mac and cheese.
Yeah.
When the daddy said, today I will show you who's going to be your people now, they'll say, okay, master, I'm here. All this teriyaki, all this so one that
Kidola, Kamala Harris, she did not even, grow up in America. She grew up in Canada, not even in America.
She have no black American husband.
No, she have a white husband. One of those little hats.
If I ever hear FBA is crying internet again, I say, my man, that's why Lady Johnson just take a pen and free you.
How many of these FBAs have come at you saying you married a white woman? But have you heard any of them? They are fighting Indian woman, but even her having a white, not only just any white, a little hat, they have no problem with this. Kidola, this is why now I'm beginning
they are a bunch of
Afrodamas. You're making stuff up. You're just making stuff up.
Wait, you're gonna have your chance. So, Kidola,
I know, but you can't just sit here and lie.
Hold on,
my brother. We're gonna address that. I'm next.
Hold on, India. Hold on. They support Indian people as black. Now you are happy.
We haven't came against her having a white husband, and he hasn't been in the media.
Hold on.
She barely showed him.
The Indian woman.
Come on, man.
I have a video here.
The Indian woman is coming.
I showed him.
The Indian woman is coming out to be your leader.
What are you
talking about? They're not supporting Indian woman now to be a black American now. You understand me?
No. A lot of black Americans are going to vote for Trump. We're not voting for Kamala.
Why you people?
You don't really hear black Americans unless they're like the older women talking about Kamala.
Where's the real black American? And now understand you people like light skin.
Did you say where's the real black American?
Africans.
Nobody hates Africans.
Where's the
I don't understand how going from talking to Kamala Harris, you act like a victim and claim that somebody hates Africans. Nobody's even talking about Africans.
Because you put into the ring now.
Guys,
say it again.
Wait, hold on, guys. Check this out, right? Since this guy tried to say, didn't show the husband, who cares? Let me show you right now.
No, I said that the FBA has been calling her out for not showing her husband, and you're trying to make it seem like we don't have a problem with it. We've been calling her out, saying, "Hey, show your husband. Don't hide behind anything."
Okay, here's her family. Okay, when she was the first, Indian senator. Here we go. You see, this is all Indian. Okay?
You see any black American there?
Kedolo, why are you so worried about black Americans?
No, do you see any black American there?
You see this? Yeah, this is not little, Chianti Jaquisha. You see this?
This is the new black now. This is the new black American now.
That's right.
This is the new black. God damn.
No, I think that she's Indian and she's Jamaican. It's coming out.
No, sir.
Stop that.
She's not claiming black American. She's trying to pander to black Americans to get the black American vote.
Wait, guys. This is the husband here. This was one before Joe Biden became senile. Here we go. This is only 7 years ago. It took her 7 years, less than 7 years to become black.
Reenact the ceremony and then we're going to bring in folks, okay?
Well, ready? All right. You guys see, this is the husband. Guys, this is the husband here.
Right.
Hey, Afrodamas, I agree with.
Yes. Wait, I'll show you.
In the Bible, raise your right. Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies?
You guys see how Joe Biden...
We know what the oath is.
You guys see how Joe Biden is talking regular? This is before he became old and senile. But now they want to tell us he has a stutter. He's never had a stutter. But not, see, this is 7 years ago. Here we go.
Foreign and domestic. that you'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose.
Say 7 years ago.
You will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of
Oh yeah, she was being sworn in Congress.
I did.
When she was a senator.
Well, 7 years is quite a long time for somebody, in their 70s. Though we have to be honest, though.
Wait, she's calling her family over. So let us see what her family extended family looks like.
Well, great to see you.
Do you see here?
Does she have brothers and sisters, though? I mean,
well,
she the only child?
Sir, no, she got a sister. She's here. Sir, I see lots of tandoori chicken here. Okay? Okay, let's go.
Do you guys know what they
I don't see cornbread or collard green here. I see tandoori chicken.
That's why we're not voting for her.
And garlic naan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
These are the black people always like to look for a very long time. The black people like this kind of skin color, they be crying in this internet.
So Kidola, watch her extended family here.
Those are her immediate family.
Nice to see you again. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you, man?
Where's the real black America? This is a new black now.
Yeah.
You probably dump in the dustbin. You understand me?
What does it mean? Afrodamus, you got me on mute?
No, we hear you, brother. You're not on mute.
No.
Oh, you see this? You see this woman here? You see this woman here? Doesn't she look like Kamala?
Yeah, that was another Indian senator.
This is Jayapal. This woman.
Yeah.
Hold on. This woman is a representative of my area, my region where I live. Okay. I'm gonna admit I voted for her one time, before I found out who she really is. She's from my area here. Okay. She's from Seattle. So if she is presenting herself as Indian and she's Kamala's representative, her relative, she's, what does that tell you? Here we go. You see?
Yeah, I gotta get Rainier this summer. I haven't got. It's a dairy company called Dairy Gold.
Take a look at. Doesn't she look like Kamala? So this woman.
Kamala is a little bit. You can see the. You can kind of see. No, hold on a second. You can kind of see the nigger. In Kamala's face.
Who you fooling, man? Who you fooling? Stop that nonsense.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, guys.
So let me say this real quick though. This is why I had to ask in the chat earlier before I came on. Are you trolling? But I know your channel. I know sometimes.
Look, I smelled a lot of curry in that room. Okay, I did not smell no barbecue. So let's make that clear.
No greens.
No greens. Go ahead.
No smoke greens, no neck bones, none of that. No, I understand what you're saying, but I do think this conversation it can be. We probably don't have time to intellectualize this conversation, right? Because as the election is around the corner, but I think there's a greater, and I do agree with you, right? Where FBAs, the guys they target is the Caribbean and the African booty scratchers.
Mr. G, let me ask you this, Mr. G.
You on mute? I got you. You good?
Mr. G, let's just keep it real. FBA said they have issue with Caribbeans, all the blacks from Caribbean and Africans.
What is our issue with Caribbeans and Africans?
So now we have a questionable black person. Now they are trying to tie her to that island. Don't you find that?
What is our problem with Caribbeans and Africans?
Go ask Tariq Nasheed.
No. You're the one saying it right now. You're saying FBA has a problem.
So let me expound on that. Let me answer your question real quick. And I don't know if it will sort of fall in line with what Afrodamus kind of think. I think the problems that I'm Caribbean, I'm Haitian, and he's African. The problem with Africans and Caribbean have with the Tariq Nasheed and the rhetorics is mostly the rhetorics of FBA is that you guys automatically put us on the board as you guys' enemy when we are not. When we a lot of us, we fully accept that we're black, but obviously due to the fact that some of us, we were born in other places and things of that nature, we come here, so our parents may, still do, typical cultural African shit. They probably eat their fufu. Just for that reason alone, you guys make us enemies, as if, we don't want to see y'all, none of that, whatnot. Even though I'll be honest, there are some
Now,
problematic.
okay, stop.
Hold on a
So,
second. Hold on a second. There are
wait,
some problematic
hold
booty
on.
scratchers.
I don't want to go too far. So you said that FBA is making you enemies because you go home and you eat different food, and that's why we don't like you.
Not just that, and it's not that simplistic. And this is why
I just want to know why you guys feel like we don't like you, because I don't think any of us come online saying we hate Africans, we hate
So
Caribbean.
automatically, for example, let's be honest. Let's keep it G, right? And this is what I always like to. This is what I always. This is like what I always like to bring up, right? Trump and Biden, they are German and Irish. You don't ever hear FBA refer to these people as immigrants. The only group of people they refer to as immigrants are the people who were born here, whose parents happen to be, first generation parent, they might be second generation, parents happen to be Africans or Haitian. You have Angela Rye. She is so far removed from her great-grandmother that might have been Haitian. Roland Martin is so far removed from his grandparents that might have been Haitian. And you guys considering these people, oh, they're immigrants, oh, they're from this, they're from that. But you guys are not saying the Trump is from Germany. You're not saying Biden is from Germany. So you can only accept people who look like you that were born here as immigrants, but the whites that were born here, they're Americans to you. We who will have children here, they cannot be American, but only the whites can be American. That's one of the problems.
Okay. Now, I think that, people are referring to Asians as immigrants, Indians as immigrants, black, Caribbean.
You ever heard them calling Joe Biden
Ukrainians as immigrants?
Trump immigrants?
Look,
now,
Mr. G,
when you're here for more than like 3 or 4 generations, then the whole immigrant conversation changes.
But YRH, are you going to at least acknowledge that Mr. G made a point that, which is true?
That's what I'm trying to explain right now, because we've called Asian immigrants. You've heard people call Indians. You've heard people call the Venezuelans and the Mexicans immigrants too.
Wait, FBA,
come on, man.
For the past few years, FBA's rise, their fight have been against Africans and Caribbeans.
What have we been fighting for?
For example, let them give you a live example.
No. Hold on.
No. I'm not gonna go be long. Listen. For example,
him. He just made a statement and he said that we've been fighting for years. I want to know what we've been fighting.
Hold on. This is what Humble. Thank you for the $5 super chat, guys. Feel free to hit the super chat. Humble, thank you. Humble said, Afridamus, FBA has been railing against Caribbeans and Africans for the last 5 years.
What have we been doing?
Hold on. YRH is playing stupid. Thank you for that.
I can tell you exactly what we've been doing, but you guys can't come up with what we've been doing.
But
I can tell you right now exactly what FBA has been doing.
YRH, let me highlight this for you. For example, go ahead.
Kidola is all the way in Nigeria, right?
I understand.
He is very aware of what FBA has been doing. How do you think he became aware of it?
Because he goes online.
It's not just an online thing. We're seeing a whole presidential candidate, and the news media telling the rest of us.
Do you think that FBA is the only people attacking her? You don't hear white media calling her out and saying she's not black and she's Indian and
when the white people
have a voice too. It's just ignored when it comes to issues like this.
But it is you, the FBAs. When white people call the truth out, you go out and call them racist. So you guys are being used as foot.
No, I'm not calling anybody racist if they say, hey, Kamala, you're Indian and you're Jamaican. You're not Black American. That's not racist. It's just It's just fact. It's just
Afrodamus,
fact.
my bro, let me just tell you this thing. Something you see, you pretending. You know, when you pretending, it become more of a form of worst. For the past 5 years, those that say I love Africa and kiss the ring of Africa, not turn against Africa and the Caribbean. The Tariq shit you know pretty well. That other light-skinned lady you know pretty well. Even Mike
Yvette
TV.
Cornell.
So what you see now, right? In the terms of power, in the house of power, when I mean the house of power, in the house of power, there's nothing like FBA or ADOS there. So in the house of power, what they did in the house of power now, in the chamber of power, they now choose an Indian woman and say, okay, you the Indian woman, as for today, you'll be representing what called the black skin to sell to these Negroes who know nothing. You understand me? And
Now,
these Negroes,
I don't know about Negroes who know nothing thing.
Hold on. Kidola, what do you make of this comment? Red Illusion said, he's making a quote, I am black and I'm proud of being black. Harris, he's trying to say Harris said this. Then a U.S. senator said in 2019 radio interview, I was born black. Kidola, didn't you just see a video of Harris saying she's Indian?
That woman said, I've saw it in TV, I'm the first Southeast Asian woman to be the first vice president.
Kidola, why do you think blacks like red pill like to be in denial? You know,
nobody's in denial. Look. So when President Trump gets elected, I want you to come back on and be like, you know what? I was just making up stuff because I felt triggered that people were voting for Trump.
Are you trying to say I'm triggered?
We ain't voting for Kamala. I don't know why you keep trying to put that on us. She's pandering to Black Americans to get the Black American vote. In order for a president to win, they need to have the Black American vote.
In the house of power, the Negroes never really show up in the house of power. The Negroes
and the Africans do.
Hold on,
the Africans show up in the house of power.
Y'all
got a whole nation over there, and you're getting pumped.
In the house of power, the Negroes still in the field. You understand me? The Negroes.
The Negroes have proven that they are in the field because when they
you're in Nigeria talking about Negroes in America. Do you realize what's going on in Nigeria right now? You guys have a food crisis. Let's be real, man. You worried about Kamala Harris and you over there in Nigeria.
So hold on, guys. Hey, Kidola, let me ask this question.
Why, Rich? You have to admit that the tethers are in control of the FBA. But
we just realized that.
Africa,
we were looking at everybody as black. We weren't looking at everybody as, I'm from here, I'm from here. We were looking at everybody as we're one because we're black.
So
but
how does it feel?
But we got to thank you guys for acting the way you guys acted, because now we realize black is not a monolith. Black means nothing. It's about your lineage and where you're from. So we thank you guys for acting the way you guys.
So YRH? Listen to this, Africa Damas, because I would like this conversation to be a little bit more, slightly a little deeper, and a little bit more, so we can do some analysis, right? Don't you guys think the concept of blackness, and I think at the root of this entire conversation and this whole thing with Kamala Harris too, and just is showing its face again. Don't you think,
hold on, Mr. G. They said my mic is low. Can you guys hear me?
We hear you. We hear you. Yeah, it probably could be a little louder, but we hear you. I know YRH sounds like he got a nice mic over there. I don't know what he got going on. But listen though, I do think
that's that FBA American microphone.
I know, right? That's superior mic. I do think in this conversation there is some nuance, right? Because I feel like blackness, when it comes to blackness in America, this is why you guys always see this discussion or just sort of tension around Dominicans, right? Like, be like, me the Dominican, me no black, me Dominican, right? So when it comes to blackness in America, it's not just black and white. It can be a bit complex. You guys have to admit that. Don't you guys think so, YRH? And do you think it's just black and white?
Hold on.
I think black is very complex.
Wait. For example, like Kidola, finding out that the blacks for the past 5 years for the past 5 years, they have been talking all this junk about Africans and Caribbeans. They are attacking real black people. Now you're finding out Indians are pulling a fast one on them, and they are not.
What have we been saying for the last 5 years?
Hold on. You guys were claiming you are anything but African. So Ola, they're accepting an Indian. Now, Ola, the things you've been saying that inviting the blacks in is questionable and it might be dangerous.
So you're saying the FBA has created this problem here for themselves, Africadamus? Is that what you're saying? I feel like that's what you're saying.
Africadamus, long time I've been telling you.
Can you guys hear me better on the mic?
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about the audience. If you can hear me better, one in the chat. Go ahead.
Okay, so
you can do a mic check.
See, Afridamus, you see, I told you a long time ago, a few years back, about 2 years ago, I said, these black Americans, but they started inviting them, what they see as black is not what we see as black. They see anything as black as black. They're not even black. As long the color just different, which they like to be, actually, or they want to even be, the white man. You understand me? The Irish, Donald Trump father came to United States, might be 80-something, right? 80-something. They never early 1900s. Right. But I've never heard them ever go after the white people. Oh, you are immigrant. You know why? Because the blacks actually have no community. The blacks actually have no power in United States. I said it. Inside the umbrella of the superpower.
Right.
In that umbrella of the superpower, when the rain is falling, the Latinos are far more powerful. The Latinos are far more powerful than them. You understand me? Now,
let me ask you a quick question. You making a great point. Do you think, and this is for everybody, do you think part of it is because what we're seeing right now with the whole ADOS sentiments and things of that nature, that they never fully, even back then in the 60s, whatever, most of them don't embrace their Africanness. That's probably why.
No, they never.
I don't think any of this has to do with anybody embracing the Africanness. You guys are saying that we've been attacking you guys for the last 5 years. It has nothing to do with anybody embracing any kind of Africanness.
No,
you guys will not say how we've been attacking you. I've been asking you. It's three people up here, and I'm asking you, what has it been doing that you feel as an attack towards you guys? What have you been doing? Why do you feel like we hate you guys?
He just said
beating around the bush. What?
He just said it though with the Irish.
There's a lady called, I don't want to mention her name. She's very light skinned. Is their leader among all the FBA and ADOS leaders.
Oh, you talking about Yvette Connell, the one that started
We don't
ADOS?
have no leader.
The two leader, which is a Power ADOS.
This is why it's hard having these kind of conversations.
You see,
we don't have no leader.
Hold on. What you see now,
we're each an individual.
That will tell you in the real sense of power. You see, political power is a power. In the real sense of power, the black Americans have no power. Why
do you feel like they're pandering to black Americans right now in these political elections if we don't have no Afrodamus? They're not pandering to Nigerians. They're pandering to one specific people. They're not pandering to Mexicans. They're pandering to black Americans because we have political voting power.
All right, my brother. I think he may have. Not that I fully agree with.
You're not going to agree with my points, Mr. G.
No. Listen.
Me and you come from a total different lineage. I'm not going to agree with most of your points.
But okay, let me. All right. Let me ask you a question. When it comes to the small hats, you heard what the brother was saying. I'm trying to do a contrast.
I don't understand how this conversation goes from Kamala Harris.
He's talking about power.
Hold on a second, talking about small hats.
Hold on a second. He was talking about power. He's talking about power. I kind of agree with them in that context, where when you compare the small hats and ADOS and FBAs, when it comes to power, it's not the same thing. It's not on the same level.
And where are you from again?
I'm Haitian, the first free black republic.
Now, you don't got to try to build it up
and make them free.
You don't got to try to build it up or add anything else. You're Haitian, okay? So do you think that the Haitians have power in Haiti? And you can be honest with this. Do you think that you guys have power in Haiti?
Look, that's not the point.
No, you guys don't.
And again,
you don't.
I
guarantee you that the small hats have way more power in Haiti than any Haitian who was ever born in Haiti.
Okay, so you are making the
So
brother's
what are we
point.
really talking about?
You're making Kidola's point. You're making Kidola's point. By bringing that up, you're
Okay,
making Kidola's
so
point.
why are you trying to single out one specific people, Black
That's
Americans,
because we're talking about
when we all
ADOS
know
and
the
FBA.
reality
He
of the
said they
whole
don't have. Oh my
situation?
God. See, that's the problem. Every time they're having this conversation, you guys are always, oh well, you're from Somalia, Somalia.
No,
But like,
just be okay. So stand up for where you're from too. How can you be from a shithole country? Now, I don't want to say that and
Here
make
we
you
go.
offended, but
Here
I
we
wanted
go.
to say it for
exactly.
reaction, okay, for shock value. You're from over
But you're
there in
making the
Haiti,
So you
brother's
don't think
and then you
point.
want to come over
India
here, and
India
you
is
know that we've
shithole?
accomplished way more than you over here than you guys have accomplished in Haiti, and then you want to wag your finger at us. We're not
But
going
then
over to
again,
Haiti wagging our finger over at you guys. Oh, you guys should be doing this. No, you guys
but
build it up the way you guys see
his
fit, and you let us and
see
you leave us alone. That's the problem.
see
You guys want to
you're
come over
pointing.
here and get in our
You've been
business.
asking
Stay in your
how do
own business.
FBA.
Build your
You've
own
been asking
countries
how do
up.
FBA attack these people. You're making the point. You're reinforcing
All I'm
what
saying is,
Africa Diamond
don't come
said.
over here when you're from a shithole country waving your fingers at us when you have a lot of work to do back home.
Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
okay. Look, you
You're
talking about.
making the
Hold on,
point.
hold on,
You were
hold on.
trying to. Hey, Africa Diamond.
Afrodamos,
You walk right into it.
Afrodamos. I
I
told you
walk right
this
into
guy.
telling the truth.
Afrodamos, I've been telling this guy be pretending since. Let me tell you something, my brother. Have you ever seen an Indian man ruling Haiti, whatever you want, the country you call Haiti, right?
I've seen Indians ruling in Africa.
Hold on.
I used to live in Africa, so I really know what's going on the ground.
Okay, which Indian man ruling Africa?
Yeah,
Tell me the Indian man is ruling Africa. Which Indian man is ruling Africa? Tell me
Which
the
Indian man is
Yes.
Indian man is ruling in Africa?
Yes.
All the Indians that own restaurants, that have stores, that have gas stations. Yes. Africans don't own those things out there. Indians own those things.
Afrodamos, you see why they can sample an Indian woman to be black to this man?
Right.
Easily. You see what they can sample?
How?
Indian
Because
woman
I
to be
recognize
black?
that Indians are taking over Africa, Indians and Asians.
I see you people don't make no sense. They're not presenting you people to be the new. There's a set of new black now, which is an Indian woman. You saw the auntie speaking as Indian. I said, oh,
They're not trying to present her as a new black person. They're trying to pander to black people through her.
Hold on. Look, when your master is giving you pancake to eat, you will eat it.
Now, who is your master in Nigeria, Kidola?
When your master give you that pancake,
who is your master in Nigeria, Kidola?
You understand?
Look, I don't want to sit here and go back and forth and trade insults and make fun of you guys.
But you started though, which sort of proved the
There's
point.
way too much going on in your country for me to try to shoot you down.
How do you guys attack us? You walk right into it and really reinforce Africa Diamonds and Kidola's point. Like you made it so
Mr. G,
easy.
Here's me attacking you. Me saying, don't come over here when you're from those kind of countries, waving your finger at us. We don't go over there, guys. We don't go over there and get in you guys' business. But you guys feel like you guys have to come over here and get in our business. So all we're saying is, stay out of our business, build yourself up here, go back home, and build your country up. I don't think that's attacking you guys.
Africans never talk about you people brought Africans to United States, because this one now proved now that these new Indians, they sample to you people now as a new black.
Mr. G, do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you think that's an attack towards you?
Nobody understands you.
See, I do listen. YRH, I do. To be honest with you, I do sympathize and agree with a good percentage, more than 50, 60, 70% of the context, which we can say the movement or whatnot, because you guys say you guys have no leader.
Look, let's not do the percentage, because you're not going to name off the things that you agree with and then things that you don't.
No, I agree with reparation and things of that nature. Like I don't have problem with none of that. Which I find it very, very shocking when you guys say, these people or whatnot are against reparation. I don't think none of these brothers on here are against reparation, whatnot. It's this thing with what you guys do, right?
When the Indians get in, they're not getting any reparation. I mean, Kamala already said she ain't doing nothing for blacks. Okay. So
exactly. Well, she says she ain't not doing something that only blacks benefit from.
But she wants to do it for the gays.
Yeah. And the thing is we know that these things have been said, and they're going to try to cover them up. We know her incarceration rate. All they're gonna do is try to cover that up.
Wait, whatever you said here, that this guy came from a shithole country. Oh yeah, you might call the country.
I said that for shock value.
Hold on. Do you think YRH is in denial, not accepting the truth? Yeah, because you see that he's losing to Indian tethers. And
they're losing the power.
Even though what you're saying got some truth, I kind of don't like, because it's controversial the way you contextualize it. Even though there's some truth to it,
but the blacks are losing, so we gotta
look. You're right.
No, there's some truth to it.
We're losing to all the immigrants who are coming over illegally to this country.
Mr. G,
every American's losing. Not only Black Americans, every American's losing to immigrants. And we're finally waking up, seeing what the reality is. We're not in denial. We know that immigrants are coming over here, and we're losing to them.
So here's the thing, guys.
Hold on,
we live. Hold on a second. We live in a white supremacist, capitalistic world. Capitalism, the biggest word out of it all. The problem I have with some of the rhetorics of ADOS is that sometimes they forget that we live in a capitalistic white supremacist world, meaning that
we're the main ones calling it out.
Hold on a second.
Africans saying that there is no white supremacy. We don't see color. We don't have animosity towards the white man.
I don't know why
I hear so many Africans say that.
One second. Let me land with this. The problem is some of the context, some of the rhetoric. For example, I was literally on a live stream where somebody was saying, well, somebody told me, a Black immigrant friend I had that worked at the hospital told me, that we're replacing you guys, blah, 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 replacing you guys in art, movies, politics, academics, and all that stuff. But here's the thing, though. America is a land of meritocracy. And I'm not saying there's no nepotism and shit like that, right? You come here, you compete. In capitalism, you will see McDonald's across the street and Burger King across the street. McDonald's is not crying why Burger King is over there across the street. Nah, they both compete. This is a land of competition. And out of all this argument, I see flaws in both sides, but you have to admit, it may not be you, IRH, I don't think, because you seem very reasonable, but there are a segment of ADOS people where they make it seem like the Nigerian guy that went to Harvard, got a PhD from Harvard, it seems like they just gave him a freebie. I'm a military veteran. I had somebody told me, well, you immigrants, you guys get the easy ASVAB test. When we take the ASVAB test, we sit in an auditorium with all the Americans. Wait. When we take the ASVAB test to enter the military, we sit in an auditorium with all the American, blonde hair, blue eyes, African American ADOS. We sit in with all of them. For him to tell me to reach so low to say, yo, you immigrants get the easier test, it's all bullshit.
I think he was referring to the new criteria for the military. They've announced that they're going to lower
what new criteria for military. What new criteria? There's no new criteria for the military, man. I haven't been in the military for years. Trust me, it's all the same test, bro. When you're in the military, the guy who's I literally know a guy who was his ancestor is Nigerian. Adekule, the same test.
Let the host.
Mr. G, you're right. I have taken the military test back in the early 2000s. It's the same thing. So
they didn't give you a special test to make it easy for you as an immigrant?
No.
Here's an article from military.com, and it talks to them lowering the requirements and the
What's the date on it? What's the date on it?
To meet recruitment goals. This is
it for immigrants or to meet recruitment goals? What's the date on it?
No, it's just to meet recruitment goals, and that's what I think.
What's the date on it? That's very recent too, right?
Yeah, it's very recent. Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, so to meet recruitment goals, not recruit immigrants. This is the thing. This is the thing that I don't like, and you will not say it, but let me show you why. Right, the same two ADOS guys that grew up together in the hood. There's one of them that bust his ass and went to school, got a fucking law degree. He moves out the hood. Because that guy moves out the hood, he's doing good as a lawyer. You know what that other ADOS brother gonna say? Oh, he think he better than us. So this whole shit is not just an immigrant thing. You see that exact same fight. Enter ADOS, where they keep hating on the guys that bust their ass and get better.
Mr. G, this is DEI, and that DEI benefits mostly ADOS, because they can pass the tests to get into these universities. Very few can do it. So
Do
the
you have
blacks,
stats on that,
yes.
Afrodamus,
Oh,
that Black Americans can't pass the test to get into the military?
yes, we have stats on that. I'm gonna bring that up too. And why do you think the blacks are fighting for the, you know,
People
tests
just
to
don't want
be
to
low?
join the
Look,
military all
look,
across the
look, look,
board,
look.
black or white.
Look, here's the thing.
They're losing
And
faith in the
look.
in the
If
country.
Kamala, an Indian, becomes president, you blacks are going back in the plantation. I'm telling you.
Fact. That is
Oh
true.
my God,
You're
man.
laughing. You're laughing, but trust me.
That is true.
We
See,
realize that Kamala is not good for us. I think the only
see,
people who are voting for her are older black women. You know, a lot of the younger black people I speak
But
to,
why is that?
nobody's in favor
But
of Kamala.
the older black women raise the younger blacks. How come
Yeah,
the
but
older blacks are thinking like that?
we're able to get more information at a faster
Look,
pace than they
you've
were.
seen the
So we're able to
Indians.
learn faster
Look,
than the older generations are.
The Indians have been registered as a tribe in Kenya, but they don't allow them in politics. Okay, that's how it happens in black countries.
they don't even allow
Yeah.
them to even near
Well,
any government
African
office. You know, they don't even allow them to near any government office in Kenya. They don't
Say it
near
again.
any government for anything have to do with government. Just do your business
You're right.
and pay your
You're right.
tax.
You're right.
You see, you might be thinking we're attacking you people, right? We think we are
But you guys cannot compare that to the United States, because the United States, and once you guys do that, you guys fall in the trap of ADOS, of ADOS and FBA, because the United States have a different standard when it comes to like looking at people from wherever you're from. If you can come here, you can abide to the rules, work hard, don't break the rules. You too can be an American. So it's the only country, one of the very few countries. There may be one other one somewhere in Europe or whatnot. I'm not sure. It's the only country with that sort of model, and this is why you can see a kid who's probably from.
Think about it, right? Look at what Red Illusion wrote. He said on Monday night, more than 53,000 black men joined a virtual conference, Win with Black Men, to rally behind presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris. 53,000 black men. I'm talking
But
about
Afrodamus, you can't
That's
just
why
say
that black term is so dangerous.
Hold on. 53,000 simps.
Black does not mean black American now. Black means
Hold on,
every
Kidola.
melanated person from around the world.
Kidola, do you think the blacks tap dancing behind Kamala?
Oh yes. I told you about 2 years ago. Don't take these people serious. Don't take them serious, because sometimes I cry in my mind. Okay,
I don't think any FBA is worried about Nigerians taking us serious.
Hold on. This is the end of FBA and ADOS now. This is the end. No need
So
to cry anymore.
this the end of Nigerians. This is the end of Nigeria. Y'all ain't gonna make it through this food crisis.
There's no need to cry anymore on this YouTube, on this social media space.
Kadola, you're the only one crying, saying that we're attacking you, and I'm asking you how we're attacking you.
You have no shit. You have no. Now they now say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new black.
Kidola,
I don't think FBA is saying that. You guys are attacking us. We're not the ones crying.
Kidola, those 53,000. They see her as a light-skinned Motisa tribeswoman, because because here in America, like the blacks, they can fantasize. Kidola, didn't you see the same?
We don't have to fantasize. Women actually want us over here in America.
Kidola, didn't you hear these people used to say they are Indians?
Oh, a lot.
Some of us do have Native American in our lineage. Some of us do. Some of us don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure when I go to Africa, there's some Indian and some Africans lineage too.
See, my brother, you probably worshiping this what Afrodamus said. You see, when this guy said,
I'm voting for Trump, brother. I'm not worshiping nobody. I worship the Most High. That's it.
Malcolm X.
So, Kidola, let me ask him a very important question.
Hold on, let me finish.
Do you think you're closer to reparation with Trump than Kamala? This is a real story because, yeah, I understand what you're doing, Africa Diamonds. I don't mean to kill the topic, but we do have to get a little bit because we're talking about politics, right? So I do think when you said the 53,000 men, I don't think it's black men. I don't think it's just simply Kamala because she's a black pretender. There's a bigger conversation to have in all of this. So out of Trump and Kamala, I know what Kamala said, and that was the right diplomatically answer, politically correct, right?
Look,
but between Trump and Kamala, which one puts you close?
Kamala wins, it's over for the blacks. I'm telling you right now.
I think you're trolling by saying that, bro.
Right.
I agree.
Hold on,
Well, she's going to continue what Biden started.
Hold on, Chuku, thank you for the super chat. Chuku said, how long will Kamala study reparations? Kamala will sign a crime bill worse than Biden, and it's not racism because she is the first black president. Guys, think about this. Kamala even being selected as the Democratic nominee, they didn't do a primary because she can't win it. She ran in the Democratic primary years ago. She was polling at 1%, right? And they like to talk about saving democracy. They literally could, they pulled a coup on Joe Biden. I mean, he's a senile old man. They went and put him in the basement. They told us he had,
dementia.
COVID. They said he had COVID for a few years now. They said nothing happened. Think about it. Harris, an Indian woman. If you don't know about Indians and Filipino women, you notice they always hang tight to like a rich old man. Harris played nurse with Joe Biden. Before Joe Biden, who was she with? Willie Brown, an FBA. Because, these FBA guys, old guys, they're given position instead of helping their people.
Afrodamas, I want to address
hold on. What do the FBAs do? What do? They want to get close to a light-skinned Motisa woman from the Motisa tribe. Kamala presented herself as that because she is considered exotic to the blacks. So Willie Brown, instead of helping the blacks, he was helping Kamala. This is how Kamala walked her way to where she is.
But she's not the only one, though.
Hold on.
The football players, basketball players do the same thing.
Hold on. But why is it hard?
Yeah, they do it in Africa all the time.
It's hard for FBA women to pull this off. None of the FBA women, besides Michelle Obama, who herself looks like a man, none of them have.
See, you can't be saying that about Kamala. Then say Michelle Obama look like a man. Then it's like, what do you want?
Look,
you can't do that.
Look, I'm just calling it like it is. Okay, I'm just calling it like it is. You want to tell me they could not go and find a beautiful like FBA woman like Megan Good to be with, Barack
Really?
Obama?
Are you serious? Come on, man, you're trolling.
Okay, they had to go get a 7-foot black woman. I mean, that looks like a man to me. I'm just saying.
That's not. And what you're doing right now, you're doing the same thing as the FBA. That what you just did, and you complaining about FBA, my brother. This is I'll call it on both sides. What you did right there with Michelle Obama, that's disrespectful, and you doing the exact same thing as FBA, if not even worse.
Okay, fine.
All right, guys.
Fine.
I want to just address what Chuck who said real quick. All right, so he's saying as long as how long will Kamala study reparations? Kamala will sign a crime bill worse than Biden. And it's not racism because she is the first black woman president. Now, Chuck Wu, I assume, I think he said he was Nigerian or something like that, and half, like 25%, whatever. He's not FBA, but he's worried about reparations, and he wants to make jokes about reparations. And all we're saying is, Chuck Wu. All we're saying is just please stay out of our business because it causes a divide. When you guys are constantly in our business.
Let me ask you this.
We're not going over to where you're from, Chuck Wu, trying to get in politics, speaking negatively about you at all. You'll notice the difference. We don't do that. It's really not in our culture to do stuff like that.
Let me ask you,
but it seems like it's in your culture to be in everybody else's business, worrying about what everybody else is doing, except worrying about what you should be doing.
Hold on, why, Rich? let me ask you. You talk about reparation. Do you think you guys are gonna get any
Are you going to
reparation from
address what I
Kamala?
just said, or is that just
Hold
going to
on,
go under the rug?
hold on. I'm gonna get to that, but are you telling me you think you guys will be able to talk about any type of reparation if you vote Kamala in? Let me tell you the story.
I don't think we're
Hold on,
voting
hold
for
on, hold
Kamala.
on,
That's what
hold
I've been
on.
saying the whole
Let me
time.
tell you this. Let me tell you what
You're
the
trying to
story.
create a narrative that's not true.
Wait, hold on. The story that's gonna come is Kamala is gonna let you know her mom came here with nothing as an immigrant from India. She pulled herself by her bootstrap. And guess what? You can tell her they don't have a stake here because her mom protested in the civil rights quote unquote era, right? She was one of the college students.
We don't care about none
Hold
of
on,
that.
hold on, hold on. First,
We don't
no,
care about none of
well,
that.
sir, you better care about that because guess what? We are seeing in 2020, even right now, you, the blacks, you are not protesting. It is white women and Indians protesting. So they are taking the
Protesting
country
what? Protesting what?
because you guys have been crying about fake racism, So they present
Where
them.
are the white and you say white and black women? Where are they protesting?
We've
What are
been,
you talking about?
sir, we have videos of it everywhere. I see it
Show
in
one.
real life.
I don't
Look,
see no
look,
black and
look,
white women
look.
protesting about racism.
Look, sir, unless you've been living in another country for the
Yeah,
past
I think he has a
few years, but I'm just letting you know right now.
yeah, like I don't
You
think
the
he's been
black.
like on
Hold
McLean,
on,
we're not
hold
on the
on,
same
FBA.
team, man.
Hold on. Let me finish. The
Respectfully,
blacks.
we're not on the same team.
Hold on. Let me finish. The blacks are not known for protest. The blacks are just used
We're
as
not known. Oh
victims.
my God.
The blacks are
The
known.
black Americans
Hold on.
are
Let me finish.
known for
Let me
fighting,
finish.
for
No,
getting things
no,
accomplished.
not true.
That's what we're known
No,
for
you guys.
inventions,
No, no,
for
no, no, no.
struggle, to
Hold
keep
on.
fighting through the struggle.
Hold
That's
on.
why, look,
Hold on. Let me finish.
Afrodamus,
Hold on.
you
Don't
can name
outcome.
black American figures throughout
Wait.
history who fought and accomplished something. I guarantee you
Hold on.
can't name more
Hold
than
on.
5 people from your country
Look.
who fought and accomplished
Look.
anything.
Because we were
Let's
not
not go
slaves.
there
Hold on.
with the fight.
Hold on. We were not
You
slaves.
guys aren't known for fighting.
Sir. We were not slaves. We didn't have the white
You
man.
guys were worse than slaves.
Look.
All
No.
they
No.
did is
No.
come over there and
Look.
beat y'all with switches, and
Look.
y'all and
Can I,
y'all dropped their line.
okay.
They
Let
had
me
to put us
finish.
in chains,
Hold on.
beat
Fine.
us, kill
Let me
us. They come
finish.
over there with 5
Hold
switches.
on. Hold on. Fine. That happened, right? But let's look at today's America. When even they say Black Lives Matter, it's a lot of white people protesting, okay?
Black Lives Matter is a sham.
Okay, so you agree to that, right? If you look at it, us in Africa, we have a lot of freedom fighters. We have Nelson Mandela. We have,
Who
uh,
made Nelson Mandela famous?
um,
Black Americans.
no, you did
You
not.
guys wouldn't.
Guys,
You guys wouldn't have
no, that's
made
not
Nelson.
true. Hold on.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You guys didn't do anything.
Name another one.
Hold on.
Name another one
We have
from
American.
your country.
Hold on,
From
American
don't try to use the
Cabral.
whole
So
continent
in
of
my country,
Africa. Name
we
somebody
have
from your lineage, from your
my
country, because I
lineage.
can name FBA all up and down the board.
Sir. We have Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara. We have
Who?
Sir
Who?
Dawda Kairaba Jawara.
Now, who is he?
He's the father of the nation. He fought for
What nation?
independence in
What
Gambia.
nation?
In Gambia. He fought for independence. We have Sir Fariman Singate. They fought for independence. You go to
Now,
Nigeria. Hold on, sir.
okay.
We fought. You guys were handed down. The white people felt sorry for you and just gave
No.
you freedom.
If
Kidola,
you
what do you
guys
think
would have
about
fought
that?
the way that we fought, you guys would have freedom and
Man,
independence.
no.
You
You
guys are
guys.
able to come over here and enjoy
Okay,
the freedoms that we fought
hold
for.
on.
And you guys know this.
Hold on.
That's why I have
Look,
so much respect for the
why are
young
we?
Kenyans out there who are actually standing up, fighting against oppression.
Hold on.
That's
Why
what
are
all
we?
Africa needs to
Hold on.
do.
Why are
Grab your nuts and
we?
fight.
Wait, Pancake, hold on.
You
Pancake.
guys, the only way FBA even become relevant in the Pan-African movement, you guys have to quote.
We ain't in no Pan-African movement. That thing is dead.
Hold on. You guys have to quote, people like Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, this Nelson Mandela. These are
Those people
all
mean
African.
nothing to us.
And they mean everything. But go ahead, Kidola.
Okay. So you see, this guy sounds something different in my ear. Let me tell you the truth, my brother. If you have to talk about people that fought for the independence, they're the people you call shithole countries. Haiti is one of them. You know, I'm talking about the ones in your atmosphere that fought battles. You see the way I say the Black American, the way they can easily deceive them. It's like you bring in a kid and say, "Hey, Johnson, today I want to tell you something." You just say, "Okay, master, what you want to tell me, master?" Say, "Today you will stop eating that damn collard greens. You know, be eating waffles and chicken." Oh, is how that taste, master?
You know, Kidola, you're right, because I see this on CNN all the time. The blacks themselves don't get to decide what is racist.
Yes.
It is some white people that tells them what is racist.
Yes.
And they go with it.
They go with it. Now they present.
Now you guys know that the whole world follows trends of FBA. White people ain't telling us nothing. We tell them. And then we tell the rest of the world, and in turn, the rest of the world says, "Oh yeah, this is this, this is this."
No, nobody.
Let's be real, man.
Nobody follow that. Nobody follow that.
Oh, please.
Look. Rich, you know what's funny? You claim you don't know what FBA says about Africans, but you have all their talking points. But allow Kidola to go ahead.
What are my talking points?
No, hold on.
What are my talking points?
Hold on.
All I'm doing is saying, stop worrying about what we're doing. Get out of our business.
Okay.
Worry about your own country. Go back and fix. No. So you want to cut me off because I'm making points.
No.
What we're saying is, stay out of our business. We don't go over to your country getting involved in your political affairs. And then you guys want to come over to our country wagging your finger at us when you guys come from, like, come on. Look, I don't want to keep saying it about your countries, but you need to go home and clean shop.
Hold on.
Do you think you guys would be visible without the white man?
Not
Say it again.
They would not be visible at all.
FBA be visible without
Aubrey, Kimmy, you think that people making valid points and going against your narrative is gay?
Look, think about
whenever a black man goes against what a black woman thinks or says, he's gay.
Hold on, let me ask you this.
I got a wife and children, young lady.
Think about it. The white man gave you George Floyd, and now they're about to give you the woman in Chicago.
Do you say the white man gave us George Floyd?
Yes, the blacks don't care about George.
How did the white man give us George Floyd? It was something that happened, and then there was public outrage.
Okay, so aren't you guys outraged about all the blacks killing each other?
Who? Where are all the blacks killing each other, Afrikaners? Please tell me.
Let's allow.
Please tell me, because there's a narrative going on that black on black crime, black on black crime.
Hold on. We have Chicago, we have Baltimore, we have Philly. Every major city in America.
No. You're gonna mention Philly, Chicago, and Baltimore.
Hold on, why, Rich? You know, like for me, right? I've lived in the U.S. longer than I've lived in Africa. Do you know this?
Yeah.
I've lived most of my life in the US. So I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
Allow Kidola to talk. Go ahead, Kidola.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just talk. Listen. So what you say now, what I just said, is that this is how the way they look at them, and why it's very hurtful, because this internet page, they blast us. They're superior black. They're this, they're that. Okay, you live in the country.
I didn't say I'm superior.
Hold on. You wait. You have your time. In that umbrella of that superiorness, of that superpower, they're there, but they kind of look like the water boy. The Latinos are sitting down. The whites are sitting down. The Asians are sitting down. The blacks are like the water boy. You know, in the water boy is always an errand boy. You know what I mean?
This is projecting.
They don't have a seat.
This is projecting.
They're not actually having a seat, and they're not settled. So every time the Latinos want to drink, or the Indians want to drink, which is the Asians that want to drink, or the white want to drink, they will turn and look about, hey, you this
and now
water
put
boy.
Nigerians in that same position.
Hold on.
To the whites, to the Asians, to the Indians.
Hold on. You have your time.
I just don't want to sit up in here and just dog Nigeria.
Hold
because
on.
You're from Nigeria. There's a lot of great people that are from Nigeria.
Hold on.
Let him talk.
Hold on. They will turn around and say, hey, water boy, go and bring us some water. You understand me? Then by the time the water boy comes from that island, then they will tell the water boy, you see, you this water boy, there's a new person that will represent you and stand for you in any other thing that you want to do. And that person that you say now is that Indian woman. Boom. Okay, master.
Thanks, Kadola. Thanks. That was very intellectual, and you taught me a lot through your rant right there. Thank you.
Rich. Let's agree.
Hold on. Is she
Kamala
good?
is a
Kadola, I
bootleg
could barely
piece.
even understand what you're saying.
You understand? I said the person that the white person brought to you people right now, I said she's going to be your head and the one representing you. I said, water errand is this Indian woman. They used to ask the question.
She's bootleg
Used
black.
to ask the white
She's
man.
a
Used to ask the
bootleg
question.
black.
White man, is she good? Oh yeah, she's a good human being. She's going to take care of you. Look at her and believe she's black. Is she not black? You say, okay, master, she's black. You understand me? That you're going to vote for that Indian
We're voting
woman.
for Trump.
Huh?
We're voting for
Then
Trump.
sooner or later,
We're not voting for Kamala.
90%.
I think that you guys secretly want us to want to vote for Kamala, but we don't. Unfortunately, we want to vote for Trump.
Look at the voting record.
A lot of Black Americans don't want to vote for Kamala Harris.
Just look at the voting records. You vote for Democrats 90+% of the time, so you're not fooling anybody with this.
And I understand that our past has been voting for Democrats, but there's a new wave going on. There's a new generation that's voting now.
Right. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yes, and I agree. Time will tell.
Two, we are all equally Americans. So you talk to African immigrants and people who have parents from Africa as if we're not equally American.
Chuck Wu, be proud of your lineage. Don't just throw your lineage away. So don't come on here saying I'm a proud American. You're Nigerian first.
No,
and then
American.
And then you came to America. I'm Nigerian American.
But why, Rich? Why aren't you saying that to Kamala then?
If I met Kamala,
let's dwell on that. Why don't you say that to the Biden, to the Trumps?
Why, Rich? According to the 14th Amendment, according to the 14th Amendment, you have no power than me and Chukwu here. I'm American too.
I'm not saying that I have more power.
Yeah, so therefore, what your argument is futile, because if your argument cannot, dispel that we are Americans, you have one vote, we have one vote,
and that's the problem.
How are you more American than us?
Yeah, that's the problem. YRH. Even though like I said, I see problem on both sides, but the biggest flaw in you guys is in the FBA ADOS argument is that they approach it from we're like the black crackers, the superior the superior blacks,
right.
and they always, for example, a guy like, let's say, Kodak Black. People like, oh, he's Haitian, but he was born here. He's been here his entire life. Yes, he has a lineage connection, but the way you guys be like, oh, he's an immigrant. The kid was born here. He knows he knows some, but not a whole lot. It's the same thing for these Italians.
Okay,
you guys never seek to make that case. You guys, why don't you guys make that case against the Italians?
You guys come over here and you guys try to benefit.
Do you call the Italians immigrants?
Guys, just listen. If you guys want to know why you feel like we've been attacking you, I want to explain it to you. The Italians aren't coming over here trying to benefit off of Black Americans, saying that they're Black American. Now, we can go back to what Afrodamus just said about the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment was passed in 1866. It was not passed for immigrants. It was passed for people who were formerly enslaved. Afrodamus, you guys come over here and try to benefit off of our fight and our struggle at the same time undermining us.
Hold on, why, Rich?
We're just tired of it. That's all it is.
Hold on, why, Rich?
It's not personal.
Hold on. You see what you said? You said it was passed because of it wasn't for immigrants. Yes, it was for immigrants.
It wasn't passed for immigrants.
No, the slaves.
It was passed for recently.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah, all right.
The slaves. Remember, those slaves were from Africa. They were considered Africans. Even
you guys can try to ride our coattail as much as you want. We went through an ethnogenesis. We don't call ourselves Africans anymore. We call ourselves foundational Black Americans or Black Americans.
Hold on. Let me tell you the truth here. In 1868, they had to make the blacks, those Africans, American citizens. So it was made, even though they were forcefully, they were African immigrants who they eventually turned into American citizens. So the blacks, the Africans were immigrants here. Even though they came as slaves, they were still immigrants. Because
They didn't have full rights.
Now, do you see where the semantics come in? And I'm just like,
no. Sir,
it almost does nothing to have a conversation like this, because you'll try to beat around the bush and use any kind of excuse you can to try to link yourself to us.
Wait, is your answer? When did the blacks become citizens of this country? Is there a date?
We became foundational Black Americans as soon as we stepped foot on this soil.
No. You didn't have rights. You became.
Yeah, there was a law that established that.
1868, June 1868. Yeah, you became a. They have to draft a special law to make those Africans citizens. Those Africans came from where we came from. So you are not foundational to this country.
Now see, man. All right. Okay. If you don't feel like we are, then that's
so let me read this real quick. Let me read this. It won't be long. The 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, ratified in 1868, granted citizenship and equal civil and legal rights to all people born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people and naturalized. Like me and Africanamos, we are naturalized citizens. I don't know. You probably never heard that word naturalized.
They didn't. When they passed this law, they were not thinking about a Cameroonian or Nigerian coming over here claiming that they're naturalized.
You know what naturalized means?
They were not coming over here.
Do you know what naturalized
thinking that you guys would be coming over here, dumping your nationality, claiming that you're American.
Do you know what naturalized means?
American is a nationality, not
I know what naturalized means.
You don't. Because I am a naturalized citizen. You don't know that.
I don't have a problem with you being a naturalized citizen. But don't be so happy to say, I'm American. I know it gives you status in your old country. But your old country still should hold precedence on your life too. Your old country is just as important as America. Or
why don't you say that to the German Trump?
Why are you doing the blood? Stop playing victim, man. You're not a victim.
Here's the thing.
We're not against you guys.
Let me cook this. Here's the thing. People getting access to the same infrastructure and opportunities.
Yes, just get credit where credit's due. Y'all
and niggas are mad.
Fought, and we want to come over here and we want to benefit from what you guys fought for. We were okay with that. We were perfectly fine with that.
Getting access to the same resources or opportunities are killing the game, and niggas are mad.
Look, what we are saying.
I'm trying to explain to you, and you just want to talk over me.
Rich, here's what we are saying. Our African people were brought here and they fought for rights. Why should an Indian come and pass up as an African? That's our question. How hard is that?
You got to ask her. Look, foundational Black Americans are not voting for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
We just ain't feeling Kamala like that.
Yeah, we're just asking the question, but you're over here because, sir, we are gonna vote. Okay. So if there is a date when you go to, for example, if you go to my native country, there is no date to show when my ancestors became citizens. They've always been citizens there. There's no
there's a lot of history that's not documented in your country.
No, sir. We have our own history documentation.
Look,
just because you don't know,
it's not a shot at you.
Look, maybe your history is not documented well enough.
Ours is very well documented because we were treated as property. People documented their property. That's why our history is a lot more documented than yours.
So being a property, do you think my lights here have the same right as me? Unless and until I declare that they have the right, sir, because they are my property. So
your lights, your lights in your house will never have the same rights as a human being.
Exactly. So the slaves were not fully human beings; they were 3/5 human. So the white man eventually decided to make them fully human.
No, we made them. People aren't People
And
aren't just going to say, you know what,
let me tell you,
I'm just
many
going to free
books.
them.
Let
No,
me
you got
tell
to
you,
fight. You got to
many
fight.
books,
The same
many
thing going
books.
on in Africa right now. You got to fight. You got to fight. That's what they're realizing. Finally realizing. You got to fight. You got to fight.
Hold on. Your ancestors, the people they enslaved.
Yeah.
Where do you know, documenting it? Where do you think those people came from space? Those are African people. Do you know that?
And I acknowledge my African origin. I acknowledge it. I'm not saying that I'm not from
those
Africa.
people. Hold on, those people were African people, and their history, the history that was documented. You know, like you cannot discount it. You cannot all of a sudden pretend. And so these people are not from India.
We don't know where that history's at.
Oh no, the history is very well documented. You just want to pretend.
Where is it at?
I
can go online and find slave records. I'm not going to be able to go online and find the history of those slaves.
That's because you are not a very good researcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing too, you could still be Igbo and an American citizen. You can still be Soninke and an American citizen.
Look. Foundational Black Americans, we don't do that Igbo stuff. Like it's not in our culture.
Because you're lost.
No, we're not lost.
It was a race. You got Kunta Kinte. That's why you don't do that.
Igbo is a race, you're saying? I was always under the impression that it was a language.
It's an ethnic group, ethnicity, sir.
Group.
Look,
okay.
Look,
and
an
ethnic group has nothing to do with race or genetics.
Thank you. Go ahead, okay. King Lee, what do you think about this conversation here? Is Kamala black or she's cosplaying black?
Kamala is not black, but I'm not saying she's not black for the reasons that you think I'm saying that she is.
No, she's not what I think. Just elaborate.
She's not black because us foundational Black Americans are black, and everybody else in the country.
Wait, are you
is considered?
Can you let him finish his thought?
Exactly.
I just want to understand.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Just let him finish his thought, and then we'll go back to that question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, like I said, because us foundational Black Americans are black, and everybody else in the country is considered white. That's the whole game, the black and white game. It's you guys, you immigrants, people like Kamala, so-called white people, Caucasians, and all of you use us as a scapegoat, a whipping post, etc., to project your failures, your shortcomings, etc., onto us, and you use us to basically gain off of us, to basically live parasitically off of us. That's the whole game. That's the whole. That's what America is based on. That's the whole game. It's like a game. It's like a game of musical chairs that we can never win. That's the way it's set up.
King Lee, am I black?
Are you black?
I'm asking you.
Are you? You tell me. Are you black? Do you consider yourself black?
No. Well, you said you are foundational. What makes you foundational to America?
I can answer that.
Yeah. No. This is for King Black. This is conversation between me and King Black. King Black.
King Lee.
What makes me foundational?
Because he's Aboriginal. He's Aboriginal.
No. Well, you're laughing, sir. But I've actually traced my lineage back, and actually I do have Wampanoag ancestry, the Wampanoag Indians that are in what's now Massachusetts, sir. So yes.
So how much African do you have?
How much African?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? I'm not African. I'm American.
No, I think he means on your DNA test.
DNA, bro. DNA.
Okay. Let me ask this. So, because you said something here, you said you guys are the only blacks. Everybody else, the immigrants, I immigrated here, right? You said everybody else is Caucasian. So are you saying I'm a Caucasian?
No, not Caucasian. Caucasian is an actual race.
Okay, so
white is a social. It's a social designation. It's not. It's not actually racial.
So wait,
You're not actually white. Nobody's actually white. Nobody's actually black.
Then
You're dark. You're a dark skinned brown. You're a dark brown skinned man.
So
what he's saying
you're
is,
not black.
You look at Cardi B and you look at Jocelyn Hernandez. When they got arrested, it said white. It didn't say their actual nationality.
Look,
that's what he's saying. That America has this game, black versus white.
Hold on, me coming from Africa, Africans, we know
and see YRH now they see
we would never hold on. I would never.
We're starting to recognize the game and see we're delineating. That's why they really have a problem with it.
Hold on.
Because we won't be able to any longer be their scapegoats and who they capitalize off of. See, when we start delineating.
Kingly, hold on. I have never called Cardi B black. I would never refer to her as black. The only people who don't know the races seems to be the people that call themselves FBA. Kingly, let me ask you this.
We don't know our race. We don't know our race.
Okay.
No. He's saying that we consider Cardi B black, because, at first we were calling her Mexican, but she kept coming out saying, I'm black. And in our culture, we're just very accepting people.
The closest should be would be Dominican.
Latino, but we're very accepting people. So we just accept her, But now we've woken up to no, we just can't go out accepting everybody. Like we have to go by where you're from, who you are,
but you don't have power.
Listen, Aphrodite, I'm gonna give you a practical reason why we're delineating.
Okay.
Now listen, the whole controversy about the Sudanese Olympic team and how they came very close to beating the USA.
Yeah.
Well, this guy named Gilbert Arenas, he's a former NBA player. He made some controversial statements about the South Sudanese.
Yeah,
he said some very disparaging things, and his lineage is from Cuba.
No, but he is black.
Now he's not American. He's not American. But listen. He would say
he's not black American.
He would say that he's black. No, he's not. No, he's not. His lineage. Both of his parents are from Cuba. Both of his parents are from Cuba, sir.
Just let him finish, Aphrodite. You want to cut him off because you don't want to hear his point.
Both of his parents are from Cuba.
So he doesn't say you're cheating him.
Hold on, guys.
You don't even know what you're responding to.
Hold on, his ancestors.
Both his parents are from Cuba, sir.
Look, his ancestors picked cotton. He came from slaves. Okay.
But from Cuba, though, Cuba.
No, from America.
That's a total His parents were Cuban, sir.
Sir, he's a black American.
He said it himself. His parents were both immigrants from Cuba.
Where was he born?
Doesn't matter. That's his lineage.
What you mean it doesn't matter? That's the problem.
Where you're born.
He was
right now.
No.
The point
you guys are not gonna come over. Come on.
The point is that he would say that he's black, but when he says that casts a bad light on us. None of us,
black Americans specifically.
None of us foundational black Americans said anything about the South Sudanese players like that.
He did.
Those egregious things that he said.
Okay, what about
the jokes
Paul
that
Pierce?
he made?
What about Paul Pierce?
He didn't say it. He said things that pertain to basketball.
No.
He's giving you an example right now. I want to delineate.
And he came out and apologized for it.
I saw the video. I know,
he didn't. No. Listen. Gilbert Arenas made comments like, these guys don't even have shoes and they're so dark and this and that. Paul Pierce didn't say anything like that, man. Totally different. No. But did anybody come out and say anything like that? That was foundational black American? No. That's why we're delineating.
We'll get the blame.
Because usually we would take the brunt of the blame for things like this because of things that you guys do.
So, my brother, let me ask you a
You
question
black
on
better.
delineation. Let me ask you a question on delineation. When you delineate, for example, a guy like Gilbert Arenas, what role that will play and that will set that distinction?
Hello, Afadamas.
We're gonna make it harder for you
The
guys
line
to
is
try to
not
act
Hold on a
like you're
second. Let
us.
him answer the question. Let him answer the question.
Okay.
Because I said, like I said, the black and white game.
the line is
We are the scapegoats. You see how normally that would have been pushed off on us. You
But
black
my
people,
brother, when you delineate,
you made
what would
these
have that
comments
have
about
done?
the South Sudanese. See, it would be pushed off on us as being the scapegoats. But
What
now that we're
difference it would have made?
delineating, saying no, we're foundational Black American. Gilbert Arenas is a Cuban
He's a
Black American.
Cuban.
Yes, that's what
So Joe
that's his
Biden is an
lineage.
Irish.
He's an Irish American, sir.
But Gilbert
That's
is
his
just Cuban.
lineage.
It's just Cuban.
Why should we
Gilbert
get
is just
blamed
Cuban.
for what Cubans are saying?
He's a Cuban American, sir.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
black.
is.
He is Black American, sir.
No, he's a Cuban American, sir.
Is his father from Cuba?
If he's Black
His
American,
dad,
you're
sir.
Black American, and you're not a Black American.
No, sir. I wasn't born in America.
That doesn't matter.
He was born
That
in
doesn't
America,
matter.
and his father was born in America. His mother was born in America.
Well, since he was born in America, we can make a slight change to it. He's American Cuban.
Hold
Then
on. No,
how about that?
Hold on.
You like that better? He's
So-
American Cuban
Wait, hold on. So is
instead
Trump,
of Cuban American.
Wait, is Trump American German?
Why do you keep talking about Trump? We're talking about this one situation to give you an guys.
Because
We're talking about this one situation to give you an example why we want to delineate.
Trump's ancestors were colonizers. Yes,
They're trying to pigeonhole you into a corner. Don't even answer that question.
No, it is relevant.
No, it's not relevant.
Listen, my brother.
White people are not trying to delineate. Germans are not trying to delineate. Foundational Black Americans are trying to delineate from people claiming that they're us when they're really not us. We don't want to take the blame for you guys. We want you guys to stand on your own and say, hey, yeah.
Let me ask you, delineate from what? If all the people committing the most heinous crimes, people killing other people, robbery, is you guys, what are you talking about?
that isn't true. That isn't true.
And that's why we're delineating.
You just made it. You just made a stereotypical statement, sir. That's not true.
Are you saying it is foreign blacks killing each other in major American cities?
What I'm saying is there's a narrative that has already been pushed in America.
Are not foreign blacks committing crimes in major cities, just like everybody else?
No, not like the blacks.
Man,
that's not true.
There's a narrative that's already been pushed in America to demonize Black Americans.
That's because they've been counting you as one of us.
No.
But now that we're delineating,
Kingsley,
you'll see the crime rates drop a little bit.
Kingsley, I used to be a corrections officer, and I've worked in it for almost a decade. So I know how I know who commits what crime. I've met their families. I know their history. So you cannot pull this on me. Blacks are killing blacks. That's what we are seeing here.
And whites are killing whites.
And
Asians are killing Asians.
The blacks are
exactly.
The blacks are out here robbing old white women.
You're just using racist talking points. You're just using racist talking points. The blacks are out here robbing old white women.
No. Yes, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've worked in corrections.
Guys, we can go back and forth and do insult, but we should really have. Come on.
By how much do we outnumber you as a population? You foreign lineage blacks. How much? A whole lot. So of course we're gonna percentage wise we're gonna have higher crime statistics because you guys are a lot less than us. Of course we're gonna.
I do agree with you, my brother.
Of course we're gonna be disproportionately represented.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The numbers are
because we're disproportionately targeted.
Hold on, allow Kido
of course.
To speak. Okay, go ahead, Kido.
Okay. That guy said their population is a lot. That is true. Because you probably there for a very long time. But the problem is, even you people population is a lot, but you people cannot even bring out a VP of United States. But they brought an Indian woman to you and say, it's not your new, it's going to be your new leader. You understand me? So what I was talking about is not because it's because what we'll be hearing from the FBA and the ADOS about Africans are these, Africa from shithole country. At least in Africa, they cannot deceive us and bring an Indian person and say, okay, Africa or Kenya or Nigeria or Gambia or Ghana, this Indian
But
person.
Kido, I don't think that's a good argument though, because those countries don't have the same laws as the United States.
Hold on. So that's what I said. In the House of Power, whereby the Negroes have been here for a very long time, it seems like the Negroes stay in the feed. The Latinos and the Indians are not taking over, and now they not even have a new type of black that they're introducing to the Negroes in the feed, and say the Negroes, you're going to have this new foreman, this new form lady is going to be an Indian woman who is eating some kind of different type of pancake than yours. You understand me? So this is going to be the end of FBA and ADOS on this YouTube now. You understand me? There's no power.
I think they're going to be stronger because of that.
You're just making stuff up.
Hold on. There's no
They're not
power.
introducing a new type of black. We have the same power that your politicians have in your country.
You
the same power that your Nigerian president, the average black American has.
I'm seeing my skin color there without not them giving me an Indian person.
You're not worried about skin color.
You understand me? So right now, the new blacks now, the person
there is no new black.
Hold on.
There's no new black.
You can go eat your gumbo. You understand me now?
Well, you want to insult. I mean, look, if you want to have a conversation, we can have one, but you want to throw insults.
You throw a canting, man. Just listen. You know, your color green is not going to be color greens anymore. It's not going to be replaced with something else. You understand?
And your yard greens ain't going to be yard greens no more.
You know, you probably eating something else for a very long time.
They're gonna be
and you probably eating bush meat.
What are you talking about, Kadola? Collard greens.
He just making stuff up.
He's trolling. It's a little bit of trolling. I don't think
hold on. Listen, my man. When they present Kamala, hold on. You see, people that don't have power, you people talk too much. When they present Kamala as your new leader, all the black people say, "Yeah, go girl." That's your accent. That's your sentence. Go girl. We your back, girl. We got you, girl. You know, we got everything. You know,
man, this brother funny as shit.
So
that's how Nigerians be sounding on TV.
Hold on. You see, you have to reserve for that water boy you be for a very long time. This water boy be disturbing you people for a very, very long time.
Just
you have
like
to sit
in the
in the
Adam
table.
Sandler movie, Water Boy.
That be a water boy and errand boy.
Yeah.
You understand me? So what I'm telling you right now, after that much show, when this woman was saying, "Oh, she's from here, India," they were calling her India. In our kitchen, they said, "Oh, you are Indian." I'm Indian. I say, "Yes." I've never said, "Oh, you are black and black." Never is sure. I've never seen black American person say, "Oh, Kamala, you black and black." You tell you, "Hell no, get the hell out of this place. I'm Indian." When she came to power, I said, "I'm the first South Asian Indian to be in power." It is a black America. All this your so-called bully, go girl. I got you, girl. I go be you with you, girl. You see,
you're talking about one phone call from Michelle Obama.
Forget that one call. It's all of it's
That's
all
you're talking about, man.
It's all the black media, all the black media, all the black media. That is their commercial now. So let me tell you something. Have you don't get tired of the master give you waffles and chicken to eat? That's your that taste that you put.
Are you serious? And you're from Nigeria, and you're talking about, are we tired of the master giving us? You guys are literally going through a food crisis right now. You're going to be begging other countries to help you out. Just stop, man.
Your master been eating for more than 5 years, batching Africans and Black Caribbeans as tethers and everything. Now your new leader are going to be a tether right now. So how are you going to be dancing? Are you going to be dancing?
Trump is going to be the next president of the United States. You want Kamala to be, but she's not.
Are you going to be dancing James Brown?
Not going to work out for you.
Dancing reggae. I want you to choose now. Are you going to be dancing James Brown or reggae? Because reggae, I don't know. She's not even reggae. You be dancing Bollywood. You understand me? Bollywood right now.
Okay.
Be throwing some color powders on the air. You understand me? No problem.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, Kadola. Just stop trying to troll and insult, man.
Kadola, Afrodamus. Let me ask you: do you guys want Kamala to be the next president? Because it sounds like you're very biased towards her.
How am I biased?
It just sounds
but
like
it sounds like some of you idiots brothers want her. Don't want her. Oh yeah, I want Trump, which is problematic in itself. I think you guys having another
most of
conversation.
us, believe it or not,
Conversation.
Believe it or not, most of us are neutral and are considering not even voting. Period.
Yeah, I think so. Some people, I've heard that from some people, but I do think you're not closer to reparation with Trump.
You said you think we're not closer to reparations with Trump.
You're much further. That puts you to the moon. If you were close to Earth with reparation, that puts you at the moon.
No, Kamala is further from reparations for us than Trump is.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, I honestly, this would be a conversation that we FBA would talk amongst ourselves. You guys
you will get that reparation
yourself
with
into
Trump.
our business is just not. We're just not feeling that no more.
Worrying
about our reparations and having whole panels about our reparations. It doesn't involve you. Doesn't involve any of your people. I don't know why you're worried about it.
But here's the thing, my brother. Like we just discussed. Naturalized citizen. I have the power to vote, and many of us have power to vote, and we do support our brothers.
And you want to vote Kamala, right? Mr. G.
I'm not voting the guy.
Tell the
I'm
truth.
not voting. Listen. I'm not voting the guy who's gonna make it okay for that guy that killed Sonia Massey to just walk away scot-free.
Now, do you see the person who's a naturalized citizen? You're from another country and you're in America now. You want Kamala to be in power. We don't want an immigrant to be in power of America. You guys don't make good decisions for us.
She's as immigrant as Trump. She's as immigrant. There's two immigrants running.
I understand, but one wants to close borders and focus on Americans. One wants to keep borders open. And I don't know what plan she's under, but it's not working for us.
Let me ask you an honest question since you brought immigrants up, right? Because I've been in the market.
And that's why I said we're not on the same team, Mr.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
In other words, we're better off with a devil that we know rather than one we're not familiar with.
Okay, I get it.
I like racism.
So when it comes to immigrants, right? Because this whole thing about immigrant on both sides of the party, whatnot. I've been in the market for a house, so I'll go to these new developments too. I'm checking new construction out. Bro, I've never seen not a black, not a white, not a purple American on those sites working on those houses. And even you, as an American citizen, if you have some work to do at your house right now, you would call Johnny and Pookie and them, to charge you more money. But that good Mexican is gonna come through. He gonna do some cheap work.
Look, and another thing Kidola asked, what kind of music the blacks gonna be listening to? Let me show you what they will be listening to.
You trolling now, bruh.
Here, let's go. You better get your mehebu, get it ready.
Afrodamus, you know what's ironic? You know where they got those dance moves from?
Oh,
and FBA, Michael Jackson, and FBA, Michael Jackson.
Nah, they had to get a
great. Wait, you said. All right.
Who was doing that kind of choreographed dance?
Man, that shit is so corny, man. I wouldn't want my FBA brother to get credit for that.
Who was doing that before Michael Jackson?
So are you
the kind of choreographed dance they were doing?
So
in a video like that, that's Michael Jackson all day.
So FBA taught them.
That's Michael Jackson all day. That's all I'm saying.
You guys watch our dance moves, watch our slang, watch our culture. You guys watch us, and then you guys emulate it. We're okay with it. It's not a problem.
Are you aware of Bollywood? Are you aware of Bollywood?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
So you
very aware of it.
You guys taught all the Bollywood people how to do this too?
No, you just watch American media and then you can emulate that.
What I'm saying is who was doing that before Michael Jackson in a video?
The Indians.
That kind of choreograph. They didn't. No, they weren't.
Sir, the Indians have been doing this for a long time. But anyways, let's bring in St. James. St. James, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, man. Happy
St. James,
Sunday, man.
thank you. St. James, are you surprised that the blacks have bent the knee for Indian tether, even though they've been complaining about African and Jamaican tethers?
I forget that
Now,
was just trolling a little bit, bro.
look, I'm asking question. So James, are you shocked to see the blacks bend the knee for an Indian tether?
No, I'm not really shocked, bro. I'm not really shocked, man. Kamala's been doing this for a minute now, and she's about to be the head of the FBA here in America. So that will be an interesting
No,
development to
she's not.
watch, right?
No, she's not, sir.
No, she is. She will be, and unfortunately, you won't be able to do anything like you never did, right? So it will be an
And
interesting
St. James,
development for
another thing,
Africans to watch.
you think they'll be able to even talk about, reparation, especially
Hell
when
no.
Kamala let them know, look, my
The
mother
Jamaican,
came here,
nah.
she did her
Hey,
The
thing.
Jamaican, the Jamaican will be getting
y'all just
reparation
better.
first. Jamaican will be getting reparations first. Afrodamas first, right? We will go through a rebranding, era
Just
when
let him talk, King.
if she becomes president. Uh, chicken, like the fried chicken that Black American love, is gonna be fried chicken, reggae. The mac and cheese is gonna be mac and cheese reggae. Everything is gonna have reggae in it, So they're gonna bring reggae back in the forefront, right? So everything will
But
replace
St.
Black
James,
American culture.
St. James,
Reggae
the black,
greens,
St.
Yeah,
reggae
James,
neck
reggae greens and
bones.
all of that.
Hey,
wait,
you
St.
guys,
James,
you guys just better hope that
hold
that
on,
Trump doesn't get in office, because you know what? He's gonna have a men in black for you guys.
hold
Yeah,
on,
just
St.
just
James,
relax,
Like
man.
how? Like
Relax,
how?
A
relax.
men,
What's that gonna
wait,
do?
he's
What's that gonna do?
he's gonna have a men in black type organization that's
hold on,
going out
Guys, if
What
you
and
he's
want,
saying is,
rounding you guys up
yeah,
like men in black, and
St. James,
yeah.
transporting you back
So,
to
yeah,
your
so,
country.
yeah,
so the
yeah.
That's what
Irish
he's
that been
gonna do.
here centuries, he gonna round them up too. He gonna round up his own German people and ship them back home too.
If their
Just
citizenship
you,
isn't
no,
legal,
just you
no, it's gonna be
FLBs, just you
it's gonna
Bro,
be every
FLBs,
immigrant,
hey,
every
Kingley,
immigrant.
foreign lineage blacks,
come on, man. Can I can
Every
I can I
illegal
speak,
immigrant.
man? You guys
hold
are,
on,
come on,
guys,
man.
hold on, hold
You
Sunday.
see the crab in the barrel mentality.
hold on,
It's Sunday,
Kingley,
man.
hold on, Kingley, you must understand. Trump's wife went through the same process like me and St. James to become a U.S. citizen. So that's out the door. St. James, think about this. Is it weird how, like, the blacks with all this talk, I'm shocked to see them aligning, bend the
foundational Black
knee
Americans, sir, not just
for,
blacks.
okay, the foundational blacks, you know, because think about it, none of the foundational blacks have made it into the White House. They had to go to tethers. Obama's dad is from Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
We Africans have to represent them to make them look good. And now they are going to the Indians. Do you think the blacks have what it takes to have power in this country without the tethers?
Afrodamas, to be honest with you, in order to answer this question properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of respect the blacks here in America because they understand their position. When it comes to
What do you mean?
entertainment,
What do you mean they
when it comes
understand?
to entertainment,
Yeah.
there will not be a debate about this, right? But when it comes to power, when they see a tether, they kind of understand their position because the bully class is where the most of the tether come from. So the Black Americans in America, they understand when that class of people come into power, there is no way they can defeat that. So they understand power. So Kamala
So why are you
Harris
guys
come.
so mad
Hold
that we want
on,
to delineate from
man.
you guys?
God damn, listen, we're gonna
Well,
take
you're
care of
making
everything
claims.
today. So when
Okay, so
Kamala
why are you
came,
guys
right?
mad? And you
Hold
guys
on,
feel like we've been attacking you
hold on,
because we
let
want
him
to
speak.
separate from you guys.
Hold on, let him speak. Go ahead, St. James. I'm
So
listening.
they
I'm just gonna
understand power.
say
So
something.
you see Kamala's coming, right? You see the head of the FBAs, right? You see they're not saying anything yet, right? So you haven't seen anything substantial come from their position, because they understand Kamala is going to be the representation of Black America in America, and she will go against Trump as a Black woman, you know. So unfortunately, this is what's going to happen in the next few months here in America. So Black Americans, there is nothing they can do about it because this is that power structure. They will not be able to to break. For they haven't been able to deconstruct that for centuries. They get it. They get that. They will fall in line and vote for Kamala. Unfortunately, if that come to the
No,
scenario.
sir, you're just speculating about that.
No, I'm not speculating because this is
Yes,
what you are. The tether
You're just
Jamaican will be the
speculating.
representation of Black America.
The media can report what they want to report, sir. You don't know.
What do
You're
you
just
mean? I don't
speculating.
know.
Just because the media says that foundational Black Americans are so behind Kamala, et cetera, you
I
don't know
said they will
you don't
be.
know that that's true, sir.
They are already.
Kamala just had a rally in Florida. She couldn't even get 200 people to show up.
Hold on.
68 people showed
She's
up.
still the presumptive
Biden could barely
nominee.
even
She's still.
get anybody to show up to his rallies.
Oh yeah, you could be right, but
St.
she's still
James,
the
you're
She's still the
speculating.
presumptive. She's still the
Foundational
presumptive
Black
nominee.
Americans are voting for Trump. It's
Listen,
in our
you
best
can vote.
interest to vote for Trump.
Of course,
And
almost
almost every
some
Black
Black
American
American.
that I've spoken to, and I'm telling you, it's been a total 180. Last election,
Totally,
they were for
and I
Democrats.
and I
We've seen our
totally
country
agree. I
decay
totally
for the
agree
last
with
4
you.
years. We
I
want to
totally
change. We don't want the same thing happening for the next 4 years.
Hold on. Why are
It's past immigrants. This is economics.
Hold on, why are St. James? Let me ask you this, because if you think about it, what happened in the Democratic Party, St. James, you and I, we're familiar with coup d'etats. We know how it works, right?
Yeah.
They told us, Joe Biden had COVID, and they hit him in the back, and Kamala, who pretended to be the caretaker, hit Joe and said, "Joe, you got to sign this and endorse me." So this is what a coup looks like. You control the media, right?
Right.
And all of them, follow through the dotted line. So right. Kamala, yes, they might say they didn't vote her in, but she got this position through a coup. Yeah. So, and she's pretending as Black. Do you think, the Blacks, if they are not careful, they might end up in plantation, with the way things are going?
Absolutely, they better support that because
a lot of us are already on plantations. It's called the prison. It's called the prison system. Are you familiar with the 13th Amendment?
Well, Kamala gonna crack them whips.
Like I told you already, Black American in America, they understand power, right? She's still the presumptive nominee. When she become the nominee for the Democrat, you will see how this Black America will rally behind Kamala. I'm telling you, if you want to bet,
they're already doing it. They're already doing
in big numbers. They will show in big numbers. They didn't even have the convention yet. The convention is next week, right?
How do you guys know this? I mean,
because we know the history.
You guys got some kind of magic looking glass that you can see the entire U.S. population and see foundational Black Americans all just rallying behind Kamala. How do you guys know this?
Sir, we just know how because I'm
professor. How though?
Sir,
how?
Kingsley, you're not familiar with me, but
you guys say
Kingsley,
we're lost.
Kingsley,
we're lost and we're disconnected from Africa. So tell me, is there some kind of African divination or something that's showing you guys this? Like, what is it?
Hold on, Kingsley. You might not be familiar with me, but I am actually an accredited, professor of Negrology. Like, I have studied the Negroes and
no such thing, Afrodamus. Come on, no such thing. I know it's a nice attempt. It's a nice attempt at humor, but no such thing.
St. James, you've been on this channel. St. James, last summer, wasn't I teaching Negrology class here? How many people enrolled?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of students enrolled, man. We had a blast, bro.
Thank you. So, Kingsley, that's how I know. Just in case you're not familiar.
Negrology?
Yes.
Wow, you sound like a white racist redneck with that term. Sir.
Yeah. So African-Americans, are you saying in the soul food restaurants they're gonna start having chicken tandoori instead of fried chicken?
Bread. Yes, a naan bread. That's
not
right.
cornbread, but naan bread.
Naan, yeah.
Oh wow.
That's right.
No, they won't.
Yeah, Kingsley over here. Kingsley is gonna be. Yeah,
you know,
King
with
Lee's
oil
gonna
source.
be ordering, naan
We'll
bread
we'll
with
be we'll be having
tandoori.
Trump deportation biscuits with butter.
See, so
That's what we'll be having.
you proving St. James's point. You guys are
We'll
gonna
be we'll be having banana boat pie. But the banana boat this time will
But
be
hey,
going
guys,
we'll be going back to your countries, taking you guys back there via
but on the real though,
deportation.
Africa
Damas,
I think if Kamala get elected, instead of decreasing, I think the ADOS FBA ideology will be spreading much wider because people will be very the resentment will be extremely strong because it's sort of highlights, and I do empathize with my ADOS FBA brothers, because it will sort of like that picture for the optic, it kind of doesn't look right, because FBA will be like, dang, it was Obama, now it's this motherfucker. It kind of looks bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Can I
So
can I ask you
who will
can
be?
I ask you guys something? Can I ask you guys
Nobody,
something?
no, there is no one to blame here, right? There is no one to blame here but yourself. If you let Obama run for president and be in the representation of black in America, who's to blame? And then if you didn't learn from that, and then you get another one who's coming, who's from the Indian lineage representing you, who's to blame? Not the Africans. You have to blame yourself.
Can
That's
I
what
can I
all I was saying. Like in
but it's
Africa,
not.
we will never listen. Our politics in Africa is kind of messed up too. I give you that, but we will never let someone who is not from us become a president in our country. That will never happen.
Well, it really doesn't matter because
It does matter. It does matter. So
because
in
they
your face,
no
if
because
somebody
they
in your face
listen
telling you
sir
that I'm you, and you
listen
voting for
sir
that, knowing that the person is not,
listen sir
it
they
doesn't come from
control
your
Let
background,
him answer
they
the
can
then
they
it
question.
matters,
control
sir. It does matter.
they control you guys as countries
No, no,
be
no, no,
alone
no. You
be
you
be
speculating.
alone
Hey,
be alone sharking the IMF, the World Bank, sir. So it doesn't matter who you elect as
man,
president.
America control your behind for
A
500
president
years, and you
a
don't worry about
president
that. You got to
a
worry about mine,
president
dude.
a president is equivalent to a CEO, sir. That's not an owner.
I mean, America
Okay,
control your behind for what,
hold on.
400
That's not
years?
an owner. You
St.
don't
James,
own
Yeah,
the country.
yeah,
hold on,
The IMF
worry
and
about your own
The
hold on,
World Bank
control,
owns
man.
your country, sir.
hold on.
Yeah, same
Kingly,
thing here in America, bro.
Kingly,
Same thing.
Kingly, Kingly. Let me ask you this honest question. Do you think you FBA have greater connection to Kamala and her Indian people or to us Africans? Who do you think you have more connection to?
He's not going to answer that question. Who do we have more connection to?
Yeah, Kamala and her Indian people or African people?
Genetically and racially, our connection goes back to the
No.
rainforest pygmy.
Look. Don't try to.
I just said it.
Look,
The
stop. No,
rainforest pygmy.
let him answer.
Just like all of us. Just like all of us. See
No. Yeah,
I'm not gonna
look, Kingly,
what I'm not gonna allow you to do.
No,
What
Kingly,
I'm
answer the question honestly. Stop.
I'm telling you.
What was that you said? It goes back to what?
Our genetic connection goes back to the rainforest pygmy, the little
No.
rainforest
Okay,
pygmy
let me
of
ask you.
Central
Kingly.
Africa.
So
That's who it goes back to.
hold on, Kingly. Let me rephrase this.
But he said Africa, though.
Do you
Africa,
think you
he said
guys have
Africa.
more connection? You have more connection to the black people of Africa or Kamala's type of black Indian?
I'm telling you what our root is, just like all of us
St.
so-called
James.
Negroids.
So do you
Goes
guys
back
see?
to the
Do you guys see
rainforest
these guys are confused?
African pygmy. I'm not
But
confused.
can you let him try
he said
again? Can you
Africa,
try again?
That's our genetic and racial root, sir. What I'm not
but
going to let you
Kinley,
do.
So why are you trying to
Because see
delineate though?
what you're trying to do is you're trying to connect it back to you guys, because you use that as a badge of superiority to say,
Here
oh,
we go.
Nah, it's not even that.
because
But
for the
Kinley, on
longest
the real though,
for the
I've
longest
heard.
no listen, for the longest you guys have used that whole tribal thing and ethnic group thing as a thing to say, well, you guys are lost, you don't know who you are, we got a tribe, we got a culture, this and that.
So that's why I'm saying that our root goes back to the little equatorial rainforest pygmy.
I don't think that
guys.
means
Not you guys. That's the only. As long as we connect to that African, we're okay.
Okay, wait. Let me
See what I'm
ask
saying?
Kidola, are you surprised that King Lee here is refusing to answer the question directly?
No, because I listen. I understand that you guys, you need us to be up under you guys to feel some sort of superiority, because you guys have a poverty / primitive savage complex that the European put on you.
Okay.
He gave you guys that complex, and so you use that to overcompensate for it. The whole tribal ethnic group thing. So you can always say to us, when we say to you guys, well, look at your country, look how impoverished it is, look how backwards it is. So you guys can come back and say, well, you guys, you don't have a culture, you're lost, you don't have a tribe, you don't have an ethnic group. That's what you guys use that for. I recognize that. So what I'm saying is, all that we have to do, like I said, is acknowledge that rainforest equatorial pygmy. That's the root of us all. As long as we do that, we're okay, and we're not lost. As long as we do that.
I trace my lineage to not the rainforest region, but the Sahel region of Africa. What about that?
What do you mean? What about it?
I'm not from the forest. I'm from the Sahel region.
No, they're our genetic root. Just like, okay.
No.
Listen, sir. Listen, sir. Listen, sir.
Okay.
Just like you have the species of dog today, you have many different breeds. You have the Doberman Pinscher, you have the Pit Bull, you have Chows, you have the German Shepherd, but their root all goes back to the wolf. That's where they came from. Just like us, racially, genetically, our root goes back to the equatorial rainforest pygmy.
No, okay.
And also it could be argued the Khoisan pygmy in South Africa.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, sir. That's a scientific fact, sir. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
I'm surprised.
Your last ancestor that got on that ship, I know, didn't come from the pygmies in the forest. Let's be realistic.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, sir. They came here. The small population that did come here from Africa, I think 3 or 4%.
Okay, Kidola, go ahead.
You're laughing, sir. It was only about 4% of all the. Most of the slaves went to the islands.
Sir,
went to the West Indies.
A lot of the slaves were being brought.
It was only a relatively small percentage that came here to North America, sir. That's a fact.
Kingsley,
this is a fact, sir.
Hold on, Kingsley. Would you agree with me that the people you see in Haiti, right? They came from Africa, right? Majority of them.
The ones that came over there as slaves, yeah.
They came from Africa directly, and they still have that connection, that lineage. You know, like, there's no confusion, right?
Well, how come you guys?
No, hold on. So do you also agree that majority of the slaves, yes, they might not come directly? Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish.
Do they speak any indigenous African languages, sir?
Let me finish.
Is their national language?
Hold on. They might not come directly from the ship.
Do they, sir?
Wait. How many slaves?
No, they don't.
Hold on. How many slaves came from Africa, but they were in Haiti first, or Jamaica, and then they brought them to the U.S.? How many do you think
first of all, Afrodamus, you talk as if the entire population of foundational Black Americans were slaves, sir.
No, not all of them, but I'm just saying.
It was on, like I said, it was only about 4% of the total population of slaves that were brought here to North America, sir.
I agree. Wait,
There were plenty of free and freed men here in North America that were foundational Black Americans, sir.
So, but do you?
I mean,
agree?
they would have you believing that every so-called Black person back then were enslaved. That's not true, sir.
Are you denying that they were bringing slaves from Africa to Haiti and Jamaica and then bringing them over here too? Like bringing them from Haiti, especially to America, United States.
But okay.
Are you denying that?
The small population of slaves that did come here to North America. Listen, let me finish, sir.
Are you saying they were not?
God damn, let me finish, man. Let me talk, man. Can I talk?
Africans that went to Haiti. Are you saying they want?
Sir, I'm going to answer your question, sir. If you will let me talk.
Go ahead and give that pseudo answer real quick, bro.
The percentage of slaves that they did bring here to North America, yes, they came directly from Africa, but that wasn't the entire population.
From Haiti.
Let me finish, sir.
Okay.
That first of all, that wasn't the entire population of foundational Black Americans that were here, and the ones that they did bring here over time. They created and developed their own culture and ethnogenesis, sir. Just like you have Black people in Fiji and Samoa that look like Africans, and they'll say that yes, our ancestors did a long time ago came from Africa, but they're totally different.
Kingly, please allow me to say this.
They're totally different. They had an ethnogenesis, sir. They're a totally different ethnic group.
Okay, Kingly. Africadamus.
And we're saying the same thing as foundational Black Americans.
Hold on a second, bro. Hold on a second. I'm even surprised he even said the pygmy, because I literally have heard some FBA said we're more related to white people than the Africans. That's how far removed. That's how much they despise the African lineage. The African
we don't despise.
Listen, nobody despises our African lineage, but what it is we won't let you guys use that as a way to compensate for, like I said, your complexes, your poverty and your primitive complex that the European put on you. You use that to compensate.
So if there were already Black people here, so with this whole reparation talk, like, so will then, because you guys were making that argument, they were already here and like some of them were not slaves. So even those people that were not slaves, they're supposed to get a reparation too?
Why is reparations important to you? Why is our reparations even a
No, you're the one that bring it up. I'm only asking you.
Nobody's bringing up reparations. We're talking about Kamala Harris. You know,
we were just talking about it. We've talked about reparations.
Oh,
you guys said not all of you guys came from Africa and were slaves. So are you saying even the guys that were not slaves, they supposed to get reparations too?
Can I ask you guys this? Why are you guys so like against us delineating? Like, what's the problem? What problem do you have?
You know
with
what, Affadamus? Can I answer this question?
Hold on 1 second. Let me read this.
Okay.
Nightingale, thank you for the comment. Said Affadamus, some Europeans on social media telling their people how to get African passports so they can go and live in African countries, but some Black people see it as S-hole countries. You're absolutely 100% correct. Okay, so what's his name? YRH and King Lee. Now you gotta allow other people also to speak without interrupting them. Allow Kidola, and then we're gonna go to St. James, so people can hear everybody out. Go ahead.
Yeah, you see.
Well, you allow us to talk too when we're making a point. You guys talk over us and interrupt.
Hold on. Let us finish. You know,
that seems to be the tenure of the whole broadcast. People interrupting each other.
Okay, King Lee, just promise to let him speak.
Okay, Affadamus, you see, it baffled me. The white people that brought them to that place actually met the people that they met there. They know the people. You understand me? The white people that brought the Negroes there, the Africans, they know who they met there first. But it seems that the Negroes, when they get there, This president Negroes, I'm not talking about the Africans now. I'm talking about this president Negroes now. They start creating a total different type of history that sometimes make the white man look at them and laugh in anything they want to do or anything they're saying. You understand me? So it's easy. It's not easy to claim in Africa Afrodamus. You know, I cannot just wake up and say, okay, Afrodamus, I'm Suniki now. It's not going to work.
Right.
I'm not Suniki. So it baffles me how these people can easily claim somebody else's identity. Oh, there were black people here. If you check territory that surrounded United States, let's say the Puerto Ricans indigents.
They are also Hebrews. They're also Jews too.
Hold on. Let person finish, bro. They don't look anything like Negro at all. Check the other side, the Mexicans that border Texas and those California area. You can see there, even with the mist, you can see their hair, their facial resemble those ones in Guatemala.
Right.
In Ecuador. You know, you can see their rhythms, whatever they're doing. It's baffling. Our Negroes can easily just create totally different type of history for themselves. The Africans they brought here, the Africans never met anything other Negroes here.
And Kidola, don't forget, Kidola, they also pretend to be Indians. They say
and if you check Bahamas, that is close to their neighbor there, Bahamas, that the Africans, if you check those people there, the Africans, they will tell you, no, we just see no black people here. You understand me? We just met some indigents that are like, I know some of those kind of people. You see?
Hey, Afrodamus, I want to read something from Project
Hold on.
They are the Moors.
Stop. Then that's why they can easily turn anybody to them and say, this is your leader. I see why the white man can easily turn to them and say, Japanese man can even be a black man to them. You understand me? Because they already have this woke mind. You understand me? This heavily woke mind. When the king of Nigeria called the Oni of Ife came to America in Baltimore, who did he meet? An Indian man that looked like what this Indian with long hair. That's what the guy met. That's what they introduced to the guy in Baltimore. The guy dressed in Indian attires and carry out his duty as an Indian man, not a Negro man that they want to start to. Yes, they can. Some of them might be miss or have sexual intercourse with some Africans. They hold as slaves, but they will not know Negro that actually live there. Sometimes they want to talk about the Fuji. If you check the Fuji, right? If you check the Fuji, that's why history, raised on lie. The Fuji talk about.
Kidola, do you think Africans, we should just dump the blacks and not?
I told you a long time. This people should.
Yes, I think you should.
See, Afrodamus, I told you
we'll be okay.
Hold on.
Afrodamus, I told you a long time, right?
We're all we got. We're all we got, and we're all we need. We'll be okay. There's nothing new to us. Nothing new to us.
We've saved you guys quite a bit.
Afrodamus,
you saved us? What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My God.
I said a long time. These Negroes in United States, these so-called Negroes in United States, these are people that you cannot ever say you want anything to do with them. We have to focus on those that special Haiti, that's African, and they still practice the African things over there. But these Negroes in United States, I would say 100%, man. We have to let these people go so that the Latinos, they can might be missing to the Latinos.
Go ahead, Kidola. Go ahead, Kidola. I mean, you want to let us go? Let us go, man. Release us.
I tell you the truth, the Latinos don't want nothing to do with them. That's just the truth.
That's fine. That's fine.
The Latinos become very powerful.
That's very much fine.
If the Latinos become more powerful in the United States, that will put them in their place.
But you see, Kidola, when something happened to the blacks, they cry for us Africans to come and save them. And,
it's the other way around, sir.
Kingsley, can I speak?
It's the other way around.
Kingsley, can I speak?
It's the other way around. You cry for us because you know that we have a global voice. You know that. When us FBA speak, The world listens.
Hold
When
on,
we speak
Kingley.
as a group,
Kingley,
as a
can I
whole,
talk?
the globe listens. You know
Hold
that.
Because
on,
they feel
Kingley.
sorry
Can I?
for you, man,
Kingley,
for
Kingley, Kingley.
what happened in
No,
the
it's
past.
not. It's not them feeling sorry
No,
for
no,
us.
they feel.
It's
Trust me,
because it's
because
because
of the.
we're the aristocracy of our
Let
race.
me
That's
tell you
why.
something. When they created the United Nations, right? When the United Nations was created, Americans knew the United States of America. They understood that they have to play the right way. So they have to uplift Black
Why
American in order.
why does
Hey, hold
everybody
on,
why does
Afrodamus,
everybody
man. God
emulate us,
damn,
St.
man.
James?
Can
Why
this
does
guy
every
let me finish?
why does everybody emulate us, St. James? Why are the
Although I will
Japanese
explain. I will
why are
explain
the
if you let me.
Japanese why are they doing their trying to do their hairstyles and
I
little
will explain. Don't
afros
worry about it.
and
Don't worry about
afros?
it.
Why is that?
Afrodamus, can I continue?
Yeah.
When they created the United Nations, right? America knew they have to play the right way in order to become the leader in the world. So therefore, they have to fix the issue with Black Americans. So they somehow give Black American a voice, so they can bamboozle Africans first to make them believe that Black Americans are powerful. So they did that, and it was successful. So Black American took that and ran away with it. Like, yeah, our voice is listened to, bro. If you travel the world, you will know you're just a regular
And
Negro.
St. James, St.
Understand?
James,
So
St. James.
no
Hey,
one
guess
care
what?
for
Hold
your
on, hold on,
opinion.
hold on.
Guess
St. James,
what? All
wait,
of us,
wait,
guess what?
hold on,
All
hold
of
on,
us as a
Kingley.
race,
Hold on,
all of
Kingley.
us as
Listen,
a
Hold
race,
on,
listen.
all of us as a race
Kingley.
are disempowered. But
Hold
guess
on.
what? We're
No, no,
more
no.
powerful
Listen.
than you. We're more
Again, the
powerful than
black
you are.
Hold
I
on.
guarantee you that.
again, America felt sorry for what happened,
We're
and they
more
gave you that
powerful than
voice.
you, sir.
Huh?
Hey,
Sorry.
All
Afrodamus,
of us are disempowered as a
I
race,
just
but
want
we're
to
more
read something
powerful than
very
you,
quick.
sir.
Look,
This right here is going to affect
you know what, St. James?
immigrants.
St. James, do you think the inventions of the blacks is now outdated? Like, they came up with Afro. What we were already doing Afro in the bushes in Africa, right?
But people in
So
Africa don't really wear afros.
hold on. Let me finish, sir. Can you let
A
me
lot of
talk,
you
They're
please?
bald
guys
headed in
don't.
Hold
A
Africa.
lot
on.
of a lot of
Afrodamus,
a lot of you guys.
I have
A
pictures. I
lot
have
of you
pictures of
guys,
my
your
dad
your
with
hair.
afros.
A
Look,
lot of you guys,
hold
your
on.
hair consistency
No,
doesn't allow you to grow
Kingley,
afros.
Afrodamus, they would
Kingley,
not let you
Kingley.
speak, man. What's
Hold
going
on,
on?
Kingley. I have pictures, okay? This is from this, like 60s, 70s. My dad got Afro. He's African, you know. My mom got
You guys
Afro.
copy our hairstyles, Afrodamus. So come
No,
on.
look, my
At all the
dad didn't.
barbershops, you guys got
So,
pictures of us out
look,
there.
sir,
That's
sir,
We don't
that's
got
be-
pictures of
that's because
Africans out
sir.
here.
that's because you guys mixed in with the Arabs, man. That's why.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, let me read this real quick.
Afrodamus, I
You
wasn't
got it.
even. He
Afrodamus,
cut me off, man. He cut me off.
you got a beard, bro.
Yeah.
All right, St. James finish.
Original indigenous Africans weren't able to grow facial hair.
So, what are you trying to say?
That we mixed in with the Arabs. A lot of us.
So you trying to
Afrodamus,
accuse? Are you trying to accuse me of being mixed with Arabs?
Afrodamus,
I'm just saying, over time,
Afrodamus,
a lot of us are mixed in with the Arab. That's why you're able
Afrodamus,
to grow a beard, sir.
Afrodamus. The hairdressers, right, in New York when you first came in, right? Where they come from?
Africa.
Okay. So, so these people, man, like I told you, they don't travel. They just listen to the news. They listen to Tariq, and they come on this panel. They talk out of their behind, right? Our sister, when they came to the state, they were braiding your sister's hair, showing them how fashion would look. So for you guys to turn around and say Africans are emulating you, and you guys are proud of that, and whereby we have the example to show you, our sister did show you how to braid hair here in America, and we have the proof of it. There is
It's
no black
not something
American
that we're
that
proud
there
of,
is
but
there
you
is no
know that
black
you guys
American
copy
that
us.
cut my hair in Africa. There
St.
was
James.
nothing. Nobody.
St. James, do you think
Because
the
there's
blacks?
Africans in Africa, but you
Wait,
guys,
hold
Right.
on,
okay,
hold on. St. James, do you think
you
the
guys weren't
blacks?
getting fades and
Hold on,
lineups and stuff like that.
hold on. St. James, do you think the blacks will start doing, like doing the Indian dot in their forehead?
Absolutely, they have to do that now because like I told you, they understand power. So the next few months, you will see black American wearing, maybe playing the flute and doing other, trying to
Afrodamus,
emulate the
let me just read like three or
they
four
will be
points from
doing that,
Project
So don't
2025.
be
This
surprised
is
that.
something that immigrants
No,
should
you
be
won't.
more focused on than
Guys, we
focusing
gotta let
on
him
if
talk.
Black Americans are
Guys,
going
Man,
to vote
God
for
damn,
Kamala
bro.
Harris.
Hold on, guys. Let him talk.
Okay, so this is going to block federal financial aid for up to 2/3 of all American college students if their state permits certain immigrant groups, including dreamers with legal status, to access in-state tuition. Terminate the legal status of 500,000 dreamers by eliminating staff time for reviewing and processing renewal applications. Use backlog numbers to trigger the automatic suspension of applications intake for large categories of legal immigration.
So what did you just read, man? What did you just read?
Suspend updates to the annual eligibility country list of 2 temporary worker visas. So these are things that are going to affect you guys' communities a lot more than you guys pandering to Black Americans about who we're going to vote for.
Black Africans here in America, right? We really don't care about illegal immigration like that, you know? We really don't care.
What I'm saying is, if Black Americans vote for Kamala Harris or not, it shouldn't really be important to the immigrant. There's more important things for you guys to focus on.
Like what?
Like who you guys are going to vote for.
Sir, I am
what's going on back in your home country, how you can build that up.
Why, Rich? I am an American, sir.
So what about your lineage before you came to America? It just doesn't mean anything anymore?
No, it means something, but everybody's from somewhere. Isn't Trump's mom from his parents from Europe?
Yeah.
That doesn't
stop you from these guys probably forgot that we pay taxes.
Yeah. Sir,
I understand that. But why is the Black American vote so important to people who immigrated to this country?
It's not.
But you're doing a whole show on if Black Americans are going to vote for Kamala Harris or not.
Hold on. Let's bring in Chaotic. Chaotic, are you there?
I am.
What's up, Chaotic?
Chaotic. I find it interesting how the blacks, they talk about delineating from the Africans and the Caribbeans, but they are choosing an Indian tether to pass as black. I've already showcased to show that she's full-blown Indian. She was represented as the first elected Indian senator. Why are the blacks so incompetent that they cannot get their own FBA to represent them? First, it was Obama, half African. So if we, the black immigrants, didn't come here, would the blacks even be considered for, sweeping the streets? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I don't know any blacks that are personally voting for Kamala. She's not accepted or as a black in any.
No, Chaotic, you can say this. Chaotic, you are an
exactly.
AK. Chaotic, you are an AK. You're not gonna. You're gonna leave.
You mean alpha?
He's not an AKA.
You are not an AKA.
AKA is a sorority. She's a part of a sorority. And believe it or not, she doesn't. In my opinion, from what I've seen, what appears she does not really have a lot of the black vote.
No, and wait, Chaotic, but they came out.
Yeah, well, she went to the Zeta Phi Beta. They have their 1 year anniversary every year, right? So she went to their, what do they call it? The Grand Basiles. I can't think of the name that they call it. But anyway, those are like the top brass in the organization. Okay. But the masses of these women, these black women, probably are not even going to go out to vote, let alone vote for Kamala. She's not going to get the overwhelming vote. Cosplaying, you know what cosplaying is, Aphrodite?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cosplaying as a black woman probably is going to deter a lot of people from voting for her. And so I don't see it happening. But if somebody black is voting for her, they've got to be a dumb idiot. And I'll tell you, and to answer your question, the reason why you don't really have an FBA at the highest level is because generally an FBA, a true FBA will be called an Uncle Tom or a coon. Right. So look at a Ben Carson. At
very brilliant.
Even 20 years ago, you had Colin Powell, who they referred to as an Uncle Tom.
But he would have been considered a tether because
Well, yeah, technically a tether, but that was before the tether. Okay, so let's look at
Do you think Ben Carson is for reparation? Do you think Ben Carson support reparation?
Let's look at Clarence. Yeah, so Clarence Thomas,
Clarence
right?
Thomas, yeah.
Yeah. So whenever there's a true,
you know what, chaotic,
yeah.
It's crazy that you mentioned Ben Carson. I remember as a kid, right? I literally watched on TV. I watched Ben Carson separate.
Yeah, he was a hero.
Joe Cerami's twins.
Yeah.
So when the blacks started talking crazy about him, it blew my mind because as a kid, I looked up to this guy. I knew about him.
Yeah. Generally, a black person who has common sense in America is typically a conservative and on the right. Mentally ill black people that are part of the homosexual community, black people who love welfare are on the left. So that's why you have a lot of blacks who are.
And that's the minority of Black Americans.
Well,
that's not the majority.
I'll agree with you on that. But even still, you have a large number of blacks who will still vote for a Democrat just because they are black. Now, whether they are a real black is another story. But that's one of the reasons why I think that a lot of black people should really become politically literate.
Chaotic. Do you support reparation for FBA ADOS people?
I support reparations for FBA 1,000%, and I'm gonna tell you.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Do you have a hand clap? Do you have a hand clap type thing you can do, Afrodamus?
Hold on, Kingsley. For me, right? It's cool, like the reparation, because I live in a state where they don't have many black people. So I'm already knowing, I'm looking forward to this, that I'm going to qualify for reparation, But so I have no shame if they send it into my mailbox, I'm not returning it. In fact, I'm going to help my village in Africa.
As you should.
Real quick. But what people have to really understand is the United States of America only existed for at least 80 years during chattel slavery. Other than that, if you really want to get at reparations, as an FBA, you're going to have to sue the French. You're going to have to sue the Spanish,
the British,
Portuguese, the British, if you really want a lot of money, because the United States could always argue, hey,
let us just get done with America first. After we get done with America, then we'll set our sights on somewhere else. Yeah.
But see, that's okay, right. So that's the United States. So you have to prove how long your family, or even if your family was enslaved during that time period.
Exactly, because that's a misconception. Not every Black American was enslaved.
Hold on, chaotic.
Yo.
Okay, first of all, those people that had those slaves, they bought them. Why do you need to pay your horse back for doing work for you in your farm?
Because those horses were actually people. We're actually human beings.
Okay,
we're not.
To answer your question, Afrodamus, you're dealing with a sentient life, a sentient being. A human being is sentient. A horse is not. Right. So you're talking about hundreds of billions and billions and billions.
But they were bought. They were bought from Africa.
But nevertheless, it's still the fact that you stole time.
But they gave them reparation already. What about Section 8? What about food stamps?
I agree with you on that. I agree.
Millions of dollars in welfare. What about
but other groups of people enjoy that luxury as well. The fact of the matter is that a lot of these people who are white and other races, even foreign blacks, their ancestors weren't enslaved and given up free labor and free time.
But they depleted our workforce.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, they depleted our workforce. Even though King Lee talking about he from the pygmies, he know damn well he ain't from no damn pygmy.
So you think that the Black Americans who were taken into slavery were the workforce?
Yes,
sir. That's what Afrodamus. That's where we all come from. That's our root.
Wait.
What are you talking about?
So, Afrodamus, can you explain the inventions and the technology that came from the enslaved Black people here versus what was happening on the continent during that time?
The enslaved Blacks did not invent anything, sir.
We were far above the workforce.
No, sir, you were in the.
We wouldn't be at the state that we're at in America if we were just the workforce.
Hold on. When you read, Frederick Douglass, which I have read, You know, he was amongst the smartest people at the time, taught himself how to read. None of those slaves could invent anything. He didn't talk about that. You know,
Yes, one of
he
them. One of them
hold on,
did.
hold on, hold on, hold on,
The
hold
cotton
on.
gin. The
Look,
cotton gin, sir.
hold on. Let me
The
finish.
cotton gin, sir.
Hold on. You guys like to talk about, you know, traffic lights. There's no way you invented that. It was already invented in England. You know, a black person added onto the yellow light, the yield, you know, just like they added onto the filament in the electricity. I've learned this as a kid in school, even though you guys think I was
And
sitting in
what
a
did the
block party.
Gambians invent while the Black Americans were inventing this?
You know, sir, here's the thing.
No, I
Some
just
of
want to
the,
know
hold on, some of
because
those slaves, hold on, let me finish. Some of those slaves came from Gambia. Okay.
oh,
So
so you
they,
want to take credit for what we did?
So they
What's that? But
so they
again,
so
you
they
see
so
where
they took
you see
so
what
they
you're doing?
so they
You see
took the
what you're
cream of
doing?
the crop from Gambia, huh?
Hold on. You see what you're
That's what I'm
doing?
saying. The
Hold on. You
working
see,
class isn't going to be the
wait.
people who you try to tether to.
Look, you can have your you know, your cake and eat it too. We either going to acknowledge where these people come from or not. They came from a
No, I
place.
just want to just correct your point on saying the working class. I acknowledge that our origins are in Africa. I didn't never said anything
Yeah,
against
but
that.
some of
But
them,
the working class was not
look,
taken.
some
Please,
of
We're
them.
Afrodamas, white people are not coming over there getting your working class. White people are coming over there getting the best of the best. The
Um,
same thing that happens. The same thing happens today.
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
They were not that picky at that time, you know. Whatever they could
they
get,
were just getting
Sure.
they were just getting people out of
yeah,
the
the
Sure.
to
thieves,
build
the
their country.
prisoners,
They
and
were
stuff
getting
like
Okay.
that.
anything. So they were not picking which tribe or these guys that are the most intelligent, we're gonna get them. Nah, you are lying. You are making a story out of something that
man,
didn't
they
There's
happen.
a
man
certain type of
they man
person
they
who can
took
make
they
that
took
voyage.
Never. They were
they took the
grabbing
cream
anybody.
of the crop, man. Come on, man. They
Never.
took the
Never.
aristocracy.
Listen, at
They
first,
took the aristocracy, the cream
let
of
me
the
break it
crop,
down for
man.
you. At first, the first people that got were the criminals. Sorry to break the bad news to you. They were the criminals that we didn't need. They were the first one to get
Where's
deported
your source on this, or are you just making it up?
No,
because
it's
we
true.
got indentured servitude in Africa. So those were the ones that we kept without working for us. So when
Okay.
the white folks came, they saw that. They said, who are these people? They said, hey, listen, we fought battle, we made them prisoners, and they're working for us.
Is this an old
That's
African
how
folktale?
no, that's how this thing came about. I'm sorry.
Tingley, you're a comedian, I
What is
swear.
that? What is that? I didn't hear.
You're a comedian. But go ahead, King.
So that's why this thing came about. So the first batch, yes. And later people got greedy, you know, and they went ahead and expounded.
Yes, and started kidnapping
Right.
innocent people.
Saint James. Well, let me ask you this: why would they take the weakest and most pathetic of a group if they were gonna bring them here to do
Hold on.
back-breaking
Okay,
labor?
hold on, guys. Hold on.
Wouldn't they take the
Wait,
fittest
wait,
and the
wait.
strongest?
Hold on, guys.
They
We
wouldn't
are
even be
being,
able to survive the
hold on,
voyage, sir.
King Lee. We're being rude. Supergirl sent us super chat reminding us that he said, can Caucasian chaotic finish his point? So some people are listening to chaotic, they want him to finish his point. Allow him to finish. Let's not interrupt him. Chaotic, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead, chaotic.
Well, no, you don't have to apologize, sir. It's hard in our people to not cut each other off. The white man is the far superior individual when it comes to conversation and Robert's rules of order. But nevertheless, but yeah, to answer your question, Eli Whitney actually invented the cotton gin. He was a white man. He did it in the late 1700s.
So the blacks lied.
So the blacks lied again. There's this big lie about the blacks invented the car, the light, traffic light, all these
they
things.
did not.
Yeah, all these things. And you are correct. These things have been invented in Europe at the time already, and obviously more like alpha stages, or what do they call it, Aphrodite? When you build something at the beginning stage and it's not yet released.
You mean
My beta
stage,
prototype.
Yeah, so these things had already been invented, but But back to Kamala Harris, Afrodamus, you'll be surprised, man. I don't really think a lot of people are gonna vote for her, man.
So you think the media is just hyping it up?
Oh, that without a doubt.
That's what I said earlier.
Chaotic, you're convinced that the blacks are wide awake to know that Kamala is not one of them?
Yeah, but more than likely, I feel like the blacks now are more politically literate than before.
Educated.
Okay. A lot of people now have become more politically literate. The Trump has made this fascination with politics something of a sport now. So I feel as though a lot of people are more, like when I was a kid growing up, younger people didn't give a shit about politics, but now you have even younger people. And obviously, I'm talking about
Chaotic. Let me interrupt you for 1 second. I think that's more on a meme and social media hyperbolic rhetoric. A lot of black people, they're not policy savvy. What you're talking about is people online just saying shit. It's online just having meme. I don't think so. The average, a lot of people are not as astute as you think when it comes down to policy. And policy is not being discussed when it comes to Trump and things of that nature. He's not diving deep in policy. He's not a policy ball.
Trump is talking about policy, sir.
If I could finish, I would argue otherwise. I would argue that black people, your average black knows about Roe v. Wade. Your average black knows about, for example, Project 2025. Now, have they read 900 pages? I don't think 99% of the people on the planet have read. I only think 1% of the people have read that entire document. I would argue otherwise. I would think that a lot of blacks are actually into policy. They can't. I'm pretty sure nobody is an expert, but I'm pretty sure you have more blacks now.
Most blacks can't even read and comprehend. Let's be real.
Well, okay, that may be.
In which African country are you referring to, Afrodamus? Are you talking about America or Gambia?
America.
No, that's false.
On average, our IQs are higher, Afrodamus.
That may be one thing. That may be.
Okay, finish.
Yeah, I'm saying that may be one thing, Afrodamus. But what I could argue is a lot of blacks now have Twitter, and on Twitter feeds, Twitter is feeding people so much politics right now, so much, just policy that people should know. Like again, Project 2025 or the Green New Deal. I'm pretty sure the average black can tell you what the Green New Deal is, Afrodamus.
They don't know anything about it. Look,
you think so? You think so?
Chaotic. I'm just keeping it real. Like,
okay.
Look, I love my black people. Okay, right?
Afrodamus,
okay.
do you know?
We're not interested in the idea.
Hold on.
Afrodamus, do you know what Black Rock is or Blackstone?
Yes. Yeah. Look.
What are they?
The average IQ, somebody just wrote it off for FBA, is 85 here in the States. In Gambia, 56, right? But imagine you are in the States where there's information inventions, first world. If you're 85, you're pretty much retarded, to be honest.
There's always an excuse.
Average IQ is 100. What are you talking about?
It's less than 100, sir.
56 is closer to retarded, mentally retarded.
Yeah, but
no, the average IQ is 100.
Okay, in that
that's
society,
only 15.
Wait,
that's only 15 points away from the average IQ.
Hold on. In that society, right? It's not developed. That is the excuse. But what is your excuse in a?
What is the excuse going to be in 50 years or 100 years down there? It's still not developed. You gotta stop making excuses and then start trying to come up with solutions.
Okay, let's allow St. James
to tell you that we have the higher IQ, right? Because if you try to compare the Black American here in America and Africans in Africa, then we can have a difficult debate, right? The way I'm trying to explain it is when an African come to the United States, in a developed country, compared to his peers, which are Black American. So
here we go.
If we talk about IQ, right, the African within 3 months.
Well, let's compare apples to apples.
Oh man, God.
The highest IQs leave Africa. So let's compare the highest IQs that leave versus the highest IQs of Black Americans. And we can compare those two. Don't try to compare your IQ to the degenerates in our in our society.
It's not a degenerate. Listen, I give you an example, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
You guys always go to the lowest common denominator,
It's
man.
not the lowest. Alpha right? The way I'm speaking, you know I'm francophone, right?
Right.
So when I first got here, right, I was so intimidated by, Americans, not Black American as in general. I was so intimidated. I was like, yeah, man, I come from Africa. I don't know how people perceive me.
Why did Americans intimidate you?
Because it was,
That's
the way it was,
because he has a complex that the European put on him.
No, I want to hear him.
Guys,
Why?
guys, let him talk. Let him finish though. So we hear what he has to say.
let's
Go ahead,
have
St. James.
let's have a so when I when I was having a conversation with the average Black American, right? So I was looking for substance. And I wasn't getting any. I was like, what's the problem? Is that because I live in this area or that
Is
area?
it because you didn't talk about sports and women?
Right. So when I went to universities, who are the tutors at the tutoring centers?
White people,
Africans.
and
I was
Asians.
even I was a private tutor to Black Americans on math and other, science. And I was like, God damn, I was like,
I used to tutor them in statistics.
Yeah, I used to tutor them in math, and I saw exactly what we are talking about today. So African American talking about they have the highest IQ. It's not true. When Africa came here, we competed in college and university. Africans never took an L on you guys, never.
So why not take that high IQ back to your country and actually do something?
We already did that, sir. We did that. We did that like 60, 70 years ago.
Hold on.
The whole education thing. We tried that, sir. We tried that.
Hold on, guys. Supergirl, thank you for the super chat. She said, to Chaotic's point, we asked the two FBAs on the panel what they know about the Green New Deal.
Can I finish my point before they talk?
Yeah.
I know.
It's
about climate change. But climate change isn't very important in the Black American community.
Hold on, let him finish. Go ahead, St. James.
Okay. So
it's about climate change. But climate change is just not very important to us.
Hold on, YRH. Give him a sec. Let him finish. Go ahead.
It shouldn't be important to you Africans either. We're all melaninated. So what do we care?
Okay, listen. After if you want to run a sprint, right?
Yeah.
So the playing field has to be level, right? For people to see who's going to win, right? So somebody who's running with shoes and somebody who's running without shoes we can't compare the two.
Right.
Both have to be wearing shoes. So that's what I'm saying. When the Africans come here, let's take America as the the center where people gravitate, right, to compete. So when the African come here and they have the resources, the same resources that Black American have, then we have a debate. That's what I'm telling you. When the African come here, we felt like we were not behind you. We're not. I never seen an African feeling like, yeah, I'm behind Black American. I never seen that. Maybe in
I think you have an inferiority complex.
It's not.
That's what makes you angry.
That the European forced it upon you.
You know why? Because why?
You got a complex, sir.
I'm competing with Black American, and I know my position. I'm not saying Black American. I didn't come across Black American who are smarter and more intelligent. I never said that, but I said
we're not saying that we're better than you.
Oh, yeah, that's when you say we have the lowest IQ. I said no. I claim some Black American here.
No, we were just responding to what Aphrodama said, that we can't read and comprehend.
A lot of Black American can't read.
Well, St. James, where are you talking to these Black Americans, and what is the demographic?
Okay,
like are they teenagers? Are they young adults? And where are you meeting them at?
All walks of life, man. Adults. I came here young. I grew up here. I've seen Black. Like I said.
Well, let's ask Chaotic.
St. James. What St. James?
Do you talk to a lot of ignorant Black Americans, or do you talk to more educated Black Americans?
When I
to
talk
be
about
honest with
university,
you,
right? You know where I'm coming from.
To be honest, to answer your question, I have only associated around sophisticated and intelligent Black Americans all my life. To be
exactly.
Honest. I've seen some. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen some ignorant niggas.
Yeah,
but the majority.
But we all
everybody's got them. Everybody's got them.
But we're not going to say that, huh?
I was going to say that the majority of Black people I know are very educated, very, very smart, They know the traitor too. Yeah, so that's a stereotype too, right there. About the African.
St. James, you ever heard of the law of attraction?
Hold on.
If you keep running into all of these dumb, ignorant people, what does that say about you? You ever heard of the law of attraction?
Listen, you get to know people in your neighborhood, right? I'm not going to compare the average people that are new in my neighborhood. I say when I went to the university, I checked myself amongst my peers in my community, and I find out Africans were not taking L's.
Look, St. James, you're right. The blacks, they know how to pretend to be smart, but they are not smart. Go ahead.
Oh man.
So after that, we came here with student visas, right?
Yeah.
So that cannot be denied.
They were not in my classes. There were no blacks.
How do you pretend to be smart, Afrodamus? For years, we had to pretend to be dumb, like we couldn't read.
Just talking
for years.
smart.
Now we're pretending to be smart.
Look. When white people challenge you, you call it racism, even if you don't pass. Like, for example, you take the test. If it takes 75 or 80% to pass for the blacks, they make it 40. We know this. But go ahead.
I think you're just making stuff up. I don't think that's the reality.
Afrodamus, like, listen, when I first started university, right? I was sitting in a math class, right? Like, I don't remember that, and I thought it was easy, right? The first two, sessions, I went to the dean. I told the dean, like, listen, I'm paying for this class, and I already taken this in Africa. I don't think I'm supposed to take that here. You guys are taking my money and you're not teaching me anything. The dean was like, God damn, a lot of Americans are fed in this class. Why are you saying this? I'm like, yeah, listen, I feel like I'm not learning anything. And he put a challenge on me. He said, listen, I'm gonna send you to the testing center. We wanna create a test for you. If you pass that class, then you can test out. If you don't pass, we will put you back in. I said, bet. And he said, when do you want it? I said, I want it today. Afrodamus, I test out. These are African talking to you. Listen, you're talking about, I challenge myself among the best. So I know Black American. You're not going to sit here and lie
now,
to
do
me
you
about
see why I say he has an inferiority complex?
Listen, man. The bottom line is all of this is just stereotypes. Us FBA don't think that Africans are dumb or ignorant or et cetera. These are just stereotypes, man.
Kingsley, we're saying this out of love because when the red dot Indians come, Kamala's cousins, it's not gonna be an easy work. You better learn how to cook tandoori chicken.
Man, do you know our history, man? What we've endured?
He's just trolling. He knows that we're not gonna vote for Kamala. We're not voting for Kamala.
This is light work, man. This is easy work. To quote a famous FBA brother, Floyd Mayweather, this is easy work, man. This is nothing. Kamala becoming president? Come on, man. What we've been through and endured in this country.
Chaotic is in the chat accusing me.
Afrodamus.
Wait, Chaotic, you said I'm lying. What am I lying about?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here, man. And I'm always going to be honest with myself.
Are you talking about Uber? And
look,
Africans drive Uber better than the blacks.
You're gonna ask me a question about what I'm writing in the chat.
Because I'm saying you said the
Afrodamus, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Afrodamus.
You said Chaotic. You said the Africans drive Uber.
No, you didn't give me a chance. You didn't give me a chance.
No, I'm coming there, but that means the Africans drive Uber better than the blacks. But go ahead.
Okay, so
we'll let you have that one.
Yeah, so there's this big lie about when the Africans come over here, the Africans are just better at the blacks at every metric. That is just not true. I can go down any social list.
Show me where the blacks are better besides basketball and rap.
I can show you. You could even name social organizations like Jack and Jill. Give me the.
You know those people are African. Did you
no, bro. They are not African. Afrodamus, you know they're not African, bro. I'm a part of these groups. I'm a part of Alpha Phi.
Afrodamus. Everybody's African at the end of the day.
Let me.
That's what we.
Hold on for a second. Afrodamus, you and I both know the Divine Nine comprises solely of African Americans of slave descent. 9 out of 10,
No, we need to check
9
your
out of 10
background.
AKAs, 9 out of 10 AKAs are of slave descent, sir. They are not African, bro. Bro, let's just be completely honest, man. Yeah, you will
Look,
see.
the blacks are good rappers and entertainers.
No, it's not just that, man.
Even fried chicken, they are not good at fried chicken.
I can name you one of my fraternity brothers, Robert F. Smith, who's a billionaire. He's of slave descent.
Okay, yeah,
He
he's
owns
an
an equities
exception.
No, he's not an. Bro, I can tell you, bro. Do you know how many of my own?
I know Robert Smith. He's an exception.
But Afrodamus, there's this big lie that Africans are coming over here just all doctors. That's not true, man. Most Africans come over here are either health aides or janitors or security guards or driving Uber. Why are we playing? Why are we pretending?
But that's better than
but what Africans do better. But what Africans do better than most people. Give me 1 second, guys. What Africans do better than most people is they will live in a home 15 deep, and that's why they have a higher household income. Other than that, the average African ain't doing better than no damn African American.
That could be part of the story, right? But Afrodamus, I know some Uber drivers, janitors. Name all these jobs that we want to laugh about, right? I know those people who own homes.
Yeah, I know some of them. They make a lot more money than Pookie and Pere.
They own homes, and they can still take care of back home. Doing all these jobs. So I don't see the laugh about it. I don't see why we.
I don't think anybody's laughing about it. I think he just pointed out some facts.
It's honest. It's honest.
We're not laughing.
Yes, it's honest work, man. It's honest legal work, man. It's honest legal work. No shame in it.
Look, let me say this: the best fried chicken spot in this hood that I go to is Black Hood, FBA Hood. Guess who owned it? Who owns the place? African. Not only, they are not even West African, they are East African, Ethiopians. Okay? The blacks.
Where did they learn the fried chicken?
From the Irish, from the white Irish, white people.
Afrodamus.
From the Jamaicans?
No, from the white people, because
from the Jamaicans.
Look, we found that the blacks lied to us.
The black Irish, the Jamaicans, the black Irish.
Hold on. FBA lied to us. They said they invented fried chicken. Then we found out this is in fact white people food. Okay, so we learned it differently. So now what you guys are
the black Irish invented chicken.
Look, you guys are gonna try to go and start cooking
fried
tandoori chicken, and pretend that you invented it. This is what you do, don't you? This is the type of stuff you do, because now Kamala is considered black. We know how you steal stuff.
How did they let that happen, man? Can you one of your
we don't consider Kamala black.
So
even if she was black,
come on, Kingsley,
even if she was black, even if she was black, she's not of our lineage, though. Even if she was black.
Let me ask you this though: why she's at ease with it? Like why she's able to go around and talk about it, and there is no pushback against that. Like why the black elite, the ones that are supposed to speak for you, that know better, why they don't talk about it? Like, okay, listen, we might respect you as a black person, but you are not what you are saying you are. Why Africans don't hear that from your leadership that you claim represent you the most? Why we can't hear that?
Politics are different in America. It's not going to. It's not going to be in the best interest of somebody who's in a high-ranking position or in the public eye to say anything like that, because a lot of their people who are supporting them, who may not be of their lineage, are not going to support them anymore. So for them, it's like, I just want to keep my hands off of it, stay away from it.
Yeah. If Kamala becomes the nominee, right? Within a week, I believe.
I don't think she would be. I think they're gonna swap her out.
But if she does get the
she will be.
Afrodamus, let me tell you how Black Americans are gonna vote for this, right? If she does get the nomination, right, Kamala will go to black only radio station, right?
Like Charlemagne. Yeah, and she would say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, and the blacks would get online.
Roland Martin, all these people, right?
Yeah.
She will go there and she will. You say, what's the number one issue Black Americans have right now? They're fed up about the border. You know,
right? No. The blacks don't care about the border, sir.
Yeah, they do, but well, in some ways.
No, some of them, only the people that live in those neighborhoods.
Right.
You have to remember, a lot of blacks are very selfish. They pretend if they don't live in that hood.
A lot of the Black Americans care about the border.
Hold on. if they don't live in the hoods like in Chicago, New York, where they put these, illegal immigrants at, they really don't care.
We care. We
Look,
care.
all they
We
all
stay
the blacks,
abreast.
if the blacks don't live in the neighborhood, they don't care about the other blacks. They don't
We
care
do
that this.
care. That's no, that's not true. We do care.
For another round of stimulus checks, Kamala will win over most Black Americans. For another round of stimulus checks, Kamala will win
Well, just
over
like
half of Black Americans.
Sage said, thank you, Sage, for the £2. Sage said, Afridamus, I can't wait for the female Obama era.
Absolutely.
Which is true.
Yeah. Alphadamus, can you, if Kamala decide to cut the checks again for $1,400 for each American here in America, she will
not gonna work.
win over. Listen, and she'll
not gonna work.
This is
not
just
work.
the first. This is just the first batch. If I get elected, I will do some more. Listen.
You could take a census of Black Americans that are on your panels. I guarantee you, all of them will say, "Nope, it's not gonna work."
Well, I mean, it worked before. So Obama cut the check before. You remember that? You remember?
Well, hey, that was one time. I mean, fool us once, shame on us. Fool us twice. I mean, fool us once, shame on you. Fool us twice.
As an African,
We're not going to be fooled this time. We're not going to be fooled this time.
As an African, I don't believe you.
Okay,
nah, we're not.
Before we
we're
leave,
not going to be fooled.
Before we leave, I want to get you guys' last position. So, King Lee, you are saying clearly, okay, you said you guys are not with Kamala whatsoever. So, are you guys, because there's going to be FBA people who are now talking about, Kamala is black, she one of us, we gotta vote this girl in, blah, blah, blah. So, this destroyed you guys' argument that you are against quote unquote tethers. So not only like you guys try to deceive us to say, oh, her father is Jamaican. She does not identify with her father.
First we got to define tether.
Wait, she identifies with her Indian lineage. So are you guys going to continue being fake now that we caught you in your own lies? Are you guys gonna, accept the truth that, either unless you shamelessly want to say, pretend that Kamala is black, or are you guys going to finally acknowledge, your true identity? Which one is
first we got to define tether. Just because you
are you going to pretend?
No, listen. Just because you're foreign lineage black doesn't mean you're tether. It's your actions that dictate.
Okay. What makes you a tether?
If you're foreign lineage black and you come here, you undermine us when we're trying to progress socially, economically, etc. You throw a wrench in the game, try to undermine us, etc., etc.
But is she a tether? She has
that has yet to be proven. She hasn't taken the office.
Are you
yet.
serious? She was vice president for almost 4 years.
We know that Obama is, because he didn't do anything for us.
Oh, so
when he was in office, he had the office, he had the power, he had the ability.
St. James,
but he wasn't for us.
St. James, you notice how I gave him option of the Indian? He's now hating on the African.
I know.
Go ahead.
I'm not hating on the African. It's just a fact.
Why you gonna bring Obama into this?
But we don't hate Africans. I'm just giving you an example.
Yes, you do.
Why we consider him a tether, because his track record is proven. We've seen it. We've seen his actions. We've seen his actions and non-actions pertaining to us.
Okay, among you FBAs, Obama, at least he married one of you guys' women. It's not like she's the prettiest woman ever. The woman is like tall, big woman. He married her. Okay? Kamala is with a white man of the little hat persuasion. You have no issue with that. But you want to talk about Obama? Obama who live his life as, as black as it could be. He has his village in Africa.
But he didn't do much of anything for us.
Really?
And we are who he primarily marketed himself to in order to get in office, sir. That's why.
Hold on. What about the Obama phones? What about the healthcare? Are you going to
Oh,
pretend like
the Obama phones that were tapped more
wait,
than likely.
hold on. So you're going to sit here and pretend like Obama didn't do anything? Are you serious? What did
No, he
Harris
did.
do?
He did more for the LGBTQ than he did
Okay,
us,
I
sir.
get that. I
This is
get
a
that.
fact.
Yeah,
I
many
get that.
many blacks come from that too. So
Yeah,
he did something.
there's a lot of black LGBTQ.
Yeah.
The the
Affidavits.
percentage is minuscule, man.
No,
Come on.
it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all.
You know that's
Affidavits.
not a predominant part of our culture, man.
Affidavits.
Come on.
Affidavits. King Lee, right? King Lee is not making no sense, right? What promise Obama said he will keep when he becomes president? Nothing. He promised you nothing and he gave you nothing, and you are mad at the guy. So I don't understand. So next
We're not
time,
mad at
I'm not
him.
mad. I'm
We're
not
actually
mad at him.
happy with him that he woke us up.
even
Yeah, he
Obama
affidavits.
woke
was
us
the
up.
first person
Exactly.
to show us it don't matter about my skin color. I'm not, black does
If
not mean that we're together.
if it wasn't for Obama, we probably wouldn't be delineating now.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
Maybe.
When Obama became president in 08, right? In 2010, like when he took his first trip back to Africa, right? Do you understand from 2010, a lot of Africans have started distancing themselves from Obama, right? When he went, what he did in Africa, Africans already understood. So that was around the midterm. During the midterm, he suffered a big loss.
And you know, St. James, the blacks don't understand because they don't have a real culture. The white people give them the culture.
We do have you guys. Okay, what is you guys' culture? Explain it to me.
Look.
What makes you guys so cultural?
Look, I would do a
Listen. Your so-called cultural dress. That's nothing but Arab Islamic dress that's been Africanized, sir. You go to Nigeria. They're just wearing Africanized thobes and other Africanized Arab
You don't need to
Islamic
debate
dress,
about our
sir.
culture, man.
Hold on. How come?
Afrodamus knows our culture.
How come you guys go on Amazon and Temu and you buy the fake African dashiki when you want to pretend to be African?
Listen, you guys, listen. You guys don't have an authentic African culture. You got Afrodamus. You guys don't have an authentic African culture. Authentic African culture is if you ever seen the movie Shaka Zulu. The way that they dressed and lived before they were colonized. That's the authentic African culture. Not you guys. You guys have a mixture of your colonizers, Arab colonizers, and European cultures mixed in with your culture, just like us. It's no different. It's no different. Let's stop this lie. It's no different.
Hold on, Kingsley. Have you seen me wear my lion skin clothing? Have you seen me wear this?
You don't dress like your ancestors dressed when they were living in the bush, sir. Come on, man.
Man, you don't know.
That's an authentic African culture, sir. You have an African culture that's intermixed and interspersed with Arab or either European culture of your colonizers.
Hey, Afrodamus, do you wear that lion skin out?
Do you have the picture of the kings rapping like with gold?
Really?
For example, the Ashanti toga that they wear, that came from the Greeks.
Oh, here we go.
Listen,
you see,
it's just been Africanized.
Afrodamus, you see, most of the fabrics, right? The clothes that you talk about, right? Most of the fabrics, right? They 100% come from Africa.
Right.
If you're talking about West Africa,
look, the blacks, when they want to be authentic, they pretend to be Africans. They wear fake dashikis.
That's because we were ignorant up until now. We know you guys. We know you guys are just running a con job now, man. Come on, man. We got just as much culture as you guys. The only thing you guys got over us is the language. That's it.
Hold on.
That's it.
The first Black American that talked to me about dashiki, right? I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "Yeah, this is African clothing," and I was like, "No, Africans don't call this dashiki, and we don't rock it like that." So they were trying to take an African, something and trying to make it into a Black American thing. I'm like, okay, no, African don't rock that like that. So I showed them the pictures.
And what did you guys tell us? What did you guys tell us? You're not African, right? So now that we're delineating, now you're trying to tell us we're African.
He's an
You guys
African. He's
make
trying to
up your
make some
mind.
money.
You guys are
Look, see,
schizophrenic, man. Make up your mind. Which one do you want us to be African or you don't? Which one? Let us know.
It's up to you. It's up
Which
to you.
one is
Whatever
it?
you want. Whatever you want.
Which one is it? Let us know.
You
You know what? I'm gonna do a show for Africans to speak on this. The blacks are pretending to be Pan-Africans, you know. In reality, you know, they are not Pan-Africans.
No, they are not.
They are Pan-European. But go ahead, say
And you need to name that show "Tethering to Victimhood."
You know why?
You're crazy.
You know why you are correct, right? You know why you're correct? You see the Pan-Africanism coming from the Western world, right? Like in America, right? It begins with how to make money. You see what I'm saying? That begins a Pan-Africanism on how to make money, how to go to Africa and make money. So this is their Pan-Africanism.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible to be Pan-Africanist when you guys are tribalists.
No. We're not.
How can we be Pan-Africanist and tribalism and your ethnic group comes before anything, before it does race, before your racial affiliation? How can we be Pan-African?
But Kingsley, you're the ones voting on race, skin color.
Yeah,
because this is why Kamala is able to deceive you guys. An Indian is deceiving you guys.
That's intelligent, sir.
Hold on, Kingsley, are you guys racist?
It's intelligent to put your race first, then tribalism second.
Are you guys racist?
Yeah.
King Lee, you do got to admit, a lot of our people, a lot of our elders are telling us to vote for Kamala, trying to get Kamala in office.
Thank you. Thank you for being office.
That's because they're afraid, man. They come from that old kumbaya, we shall overcome generation, man. Of course.
It's annoying.
Look, let me tell you, you know, St. James, what the blacks are afraid of? The blacks, most of them genuinely, their number one fear is being put back in chains or sent back to become Africans, being shipped back to Africans.
We're not.
Hold on, let me finish. This is
they can't Afrodamus, they can't deport us for any reason. They can't deport us.
But lot of
that tells you right there. That tells you right there we're connected to this continent, sir. They can't deport us.
Hold on, let me finish. A lot of you are not sure of that. So St. James, they are afraid of getting deported to Africa and becoming Africans.
We can't be deported, sir.
But most of you don't know this. St. James, what do you think? Do you think they are more afraid of being put back in chains or being Africans?
Man, listen, if they're showing these people the direction of Africa, they will freak the fuck out. Listen, you're right, man. These people don't like Africa is very scary to these people, man. So when it comes to getting closer to the continent, these people will turn their backs on us. Listen, Africa, do you believe these two guys, right? No, this guy we're talking about Africa, right? If this guy were in the Gambia, right, and something happened, like the same situation that happened in Rwanda, and the U.S. government, white folks come to the Gambia and tell them, listen, you get to stick with your brothers and sisters in the Gambia and fight it out, or you guys get on a plane and come back to the state.
I'll say I'm an FBA.
That would get that.
I'm a foundational Black American.
Well,
You're right.
We're not Gambian.
Yeah, we're not Gambian. I mean, what?
Look, St. James, I would create a pathway for these Negroes to come back to their lineage. I'm open to it. I have the space for them.
We've already come back. We've already come back to our lineage. We're American. We're American. Foundational Black American.
Hold on. Look at DiCaprio, who said he's Black, but he is acting Italian. So racist. He said, even the devil himself wouldn't want to be deported to Africa.
Absolutely.
This is the type of blacks we talk about.
Absolutely.
They're scared of being African. So they would rather go to India, and they don't know.
You know what's funny? That's the literature in Project 2025 against a lot of immigrants. A lot of the dreamers are going to be attacked. A lot of people who actually have citizenship or working towards citizenship right now is going to be in question.
You know the joke about this, right? Africans were the one who were supposed to be delineating, instead of the other way around.
You guys have been delineating since you've been here. You've been delineating since you've been here. What are you talking about?
You're not listening. You said you're
Look,
gonna
we
fly
took
back
you
to the
guys
state where
in.
you
We
belong.
fed you our jollof rice.
Yes.
We gave you our
Man,
free food. Like,
you guys wouldn't even talk to us, man.
look,
A lot of times,
Do you know,
unless you had no other choice. A lot of times, man. Come on, man.
Do you know how many blacks ate my African food? It's a lot of them. So you can tell me anything.
They always
You ever had you ever had soul food, Aphrodite? You ever had soul food?
Oh, trust me. Come
It-
on,
it-
are you serious right now?
Is it now? You gonna sit here and tell me it's not good?
Soul food's good. African food's good. You know, we all got good food. We all got nasty food.
Exactly. So what?
You remember the time where Black American wouldn't eat African food, right? You remember that, right?
Well, because we're not used to the way that a lot of African dishes look.
It's very spicy. It's very spicy a lot of times, and we're just not used to the spiciness. That's all.
St. James, the blacks cannot cook. Okay, they go to McDonald's, they go to Popeye's chicken. We saw.
Oh,
them
come on now, come on now.
there. You know they can't.
Come on now, come on now. You're trolling now. Come on now.
Yeah, the blacks.
You know that ain't true. Come on now.
Afrodamus, right? I give you
Okay, I got a couple of girlfriends who could cook, but that's about it.
That's
Go
about
ahead.
it. Afrodamus.
Hey, you know that ain't true, Aphrodite. You trolling now, man. Come on.
Let me tell you a story. When I was in Chicago, right, there's a nice restaurant up on the north side. So I used to patronize that restaurant. I used to ask the owner, like, yo, what's your clientele is made of?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, man, I get a lot of this and a lot of that. So imagine what group that was incoming, my people.
It wasn't the blacks because they have soft tongue talking about the food is spicy. But they would go to the white restaurant and then they try to, they go to the
No. We like spicy food. We like spicy food, but a lot of times it's just more than we're used to. That's it. We just have to get used to it.
Because you have
That's
soft
all.
tongue. You have soft tongue.
When you go to a Nigerian restaurant, tell them I want it mild. Just tell them I want it mild. They won't make it spicy. Just tell them I don't want it spicy. They know how to
And
do
St. James, they cannot eat Indian food. They think they all of a sudden gonna become Indian. The blacks are fooling themselves. You no longer the Indians will never accept you. I'm just letting you know.
What Indians? Are you talking about? Are you talking about the Hindustani people?
Yeah, Kamala's people.
What people?
We don't. When have you known us to try to be accepted by Hindustani people?
Well, I know next year you guys are gonna start that.
Nah, we won't.
If Kamala ever wins,
We won't. I guarantee you.
Okay. Who eats spicy wings in here in America? Spicy wings.
The blacks.
Come on, man. And you have a problem with the spicy food, African spicy food?
The blacks and nearly everybody else in America. Who doesn't like spicy wings?
Well, right, I mean, but we just want to be specific to know to point out your hypocrisy because you're saying spicy, but we see you eat hot wings.
Hot wings, and they're like,
and you even eat, like also they eat the hot, like
spice is different in Africa though, Aphrodite. Like you guys actually eat peppers. I used to live in Africa. I'm telling you, I used to live in Africa for almost 4 years.
No, not even.
They'll give you a plate with chicken, salt, some onions, and some pili pili chopped up.
So
and then people actually eating that pepper. Like we don't do that, so we got to get used to the spice that you guys are already used to.
What part of Africa? I bet you went to like the fake Africa, not the real Africa.
Plus that stuff y'all. Plus that stuff y'all eating. That stuff y'all are eating is organic, man. It's more organic than it is here.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You guys buy your seeds from probably 1 or 2 seed companies, and you guys get those seeds shipped in. Believe me, we were trying to look for organic stuff, and a lot of the people out there were like, "Nah, this is GMO. This is GMO."
Where did you live?
YRH, I literally have a farm over there. I grow my own food. What are you talking about?
But where'd you get the seed from?
Oh, now you want to
the seed company? Did you get it from the seed company?
Look,
what is it called?
What do you mean?
What is the main seed company that you get it from in Gambia? I guarantee you, if you look it up.
So you So you want me to tell you, oh yeah, we invented the seed from scratch?
No. You guys buy seed from people.
You keep moving the goalposts, sir.
Where do you get your seeds from?
Look,
in the Gambia, you buy them, right?
Look, I got it from Amazon, but what difference does it make?
Okay.
What
All right.
difference? What difference?
If you buy, if you buy non-GMO seeds from from Amazon, I understand. But the majority of the farmers out there get the cheapest seed that they can get to get the best yield. They're not worried about no GMO and they're not. It's about money.
Okay, let's do our closing statements. Because I want to go eat some good African food, not Indian food like the blacks would be doing pretty soon. Let's do. What is you guys' closing statement? Who wants to go first?
I can go first. So the black.
Okay, go ahead, St. James.
Listen, I know a lot of people don't believe me. Let Kamala Harris become the nominee of the Democrat, right? And she get to go to 2 black radio stations. She will win over half of the black Americans, very soon. I'm being honest with you. It's not about what you think. It's not about policy.
Yeah, the blacks gotta support massa.
Yeah. The black Americans know why I respect black Americans. They understand power. They understand how to fall in line. They're not gonna challenge the status quo. Like for the past 2 hours, I have been asking my black American friends here, how does she get around amongst your people, even the elite, the less elite, talking about she's black and you guys are letting it happen before even this election? How is she able to do that? To maneuver a way around it? And you guys,
the blacks can't answer it. They can't answer.
Yes, no. We didn't realize that was going on. That's the reason we're delineating.
Hold on.
A lot of people have been flying under the radar.
Hold on, Rich. He's doing his closing. You can do yours.
Okay, listen. And then you asked the question that you guys are supposed to be delineating. And my question to you: so when will you at least finish delineating? Is it going to be this year or next year? When is it going to happen? Because
let's give it the next 25 years.
Oh well, that will take that.
It's a work in progress.
Delineating is a verb, sir. It's a verb.
Hold on, so St. James. Thank you, St. James. That means we have plenty of time to take.
After that, my last word to you: if Kamala get elected, it's gonna be solely because of Black American. Then don't put Africans in it. It's gonna be solely for Black American. Because of you guys, this lady got elected. So accept it today. Tomorrow, don't change the narrative about being a tether. We are tether. We're coming here. We're not undermining you. You undermine yourself. So if this woman get elected, it's on you, not African, on you.
Thank you, St. James. All right. Go ahead, YRH. Closing statement.
Okay. All right. Like we said the whole time, we're not voting for Kamala Harris. The majority of Black Americans that you're going to speak to are not in favor of Kamala. We've been seeing what's been happening to America under their leadership, and we just want to change. FBA is not against any Africans or Caribbeans. We have a lot of love for you guys. We just need to focus on in-house problems. And it's hard when other groups are trying to come inside and undermine our accomplishments or things that we're trying to get done. So, it's always fun up here at Afrodamus. I hope nothing I said hurt anybody. I apologize for the comment I made earlier.
You good.
But yeah, that's it.
Thank you. All right, King Lee, you got the last word.
All right. I just want to say that contrary to popular belief, most FBA, they're either kind of leaning toward Trump, I would dare say, or either they're thinking about just withholding their vote. I don't think that most FBA are majorly on the side of Kamala Harris, but it'll be interesting to see.
So are you trying to say FBA don't want to eat tandoori chicken?
Well, most FBA don't even know what tandoori chicken is, Anyway,
But
all right. Well, thank you, King Lee.
all I'm saying is that it'll be interesting to see how things play out. But you guys, my immigrant brothers and sisters, my black immigrant brothers and sisters, if Trump gets in office, man, that's what you guys should be worried about. Because I think, in all seriousness, I think he will have a plan to try to deport as many immigrants as he can.
But we are voting.
And we don't want that. We don't wish bad on you guys at all. We don't want that, but I'm saying that, I think that's going to be part of their plan, So
you're pretending.
Maybe you guys need to rally together and try to, get some support behind Kamala and the Democratic Party. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. Sure. Thank you, King Lee. King Lee is pretending. Enjoy your tandoori chicken, sir. Bye.
All right. Enjoy your fried chicken and collard greens.
Guys, thank you for the great show. As you can see, clearly you've seen the blacks come up here and they're in denial. And somebody might ask, Afridamus, why are you even talking about this? Because they came on the media and they made it seem like, oh, if you black, you gotta vote for Kamala. I mean, clearly, if Kamala is black, I'm black. I mean, look at me. Is there any confusion? Even though one of the guys threw like this crazy statement saying, oh, you got beard, oh, you must be mixed with Arabs. Trying to say Africans don't grow beard. Yes, we do. Okay? We clearly do. You can see this in many Africans, not just me. I am purely African. I mean, except sometimes I claim my Blackfoot lineage. Okay? My Indian with feather lineage. But other than that, the blacks themselves, it's up to them. They can go ahead and vote for Kamala. But if Kamala becomes president, the blacks must know they're going to lose all the leverage. Nobody's going to entertain the idea of them talking about reparation. I mean, come on. Look at even Brandon Johnson in Chicago, the mayor of Chicago. They said he's FBA. When he knew he's losing, because, he brought Latino immigrants, not just any immigrants, Latino immigrants to replace the blacks in the hood. And the blacks were complaining, the blacks do not own the hood. The government owns the hood. If you don't believe me, go look at whose name is on the title deed. They are called projects for a reason. So, it's up to you, the blacks. You want to go with the Indians? Hey, be my guest. But I'm telling you, you're going to regret it. And I don't want you to come back here and be like, oh, Afridamus, how come you knew this information? You didn't give it to us. I gave you everything. Jamaica is not just inhabited by black people. You must do your research. Some of the Jamaicans are Indians. Some are Chinese. Some are even Caucasian. So, what is the standard of being black? Oh, I get it. Anything to do with African. Either way, we the Africans, we will continue to, strive. You blacks need to get yourself together. I mean, when we see you guys are getting easily manipulated because you're so obsessed with skin color, can't you see this woman is an Indian? I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You heard it clearly from her mouth. And here's Ant Report, who is a Motisa. He said 98% of Jamaica is black. I get that, but you see, he didn't say, see, this Motisa is trying to deceive you guys. He didn't mention the Motisa tribe in Jamaica because they have the Motisas over there. Even Bob Marley belongs to the Motisa tribe there. But Ant Report wants to hide his people, the Maltesers. But you see, I'm comfortable accepting the Ant report because at least I know, yes, the Ant report, he is a Malteser. He got most of his lineage from Africa, at least. But imagine if I'm not talking to the Ant report. Now Ant report is telling me, oh, I'm a Brahmin Indian. Bro, here's some tandoori chicken and naan. I'll be like, man, come on, bro. You are from India. And nothing against people from India. Only when they try to deceive me. If Ant report comes and say, all right, I'm African. Yeah, I'll make fun of him as a Maltesian from the Malteser tribe, but I would still know he's got African. I don't have to search to say, oh, he's from India and all that. So you're being played. The blacks are being played. Even with Barack Obama. Barack Obama played the blacks. Let's just be honest. He ran on blackness, but when he got in, what did he promote? I leave that to you. If you don't already know, you go do the research. So either A, FBA wants to prove to us Africans that they are broken, like, bending the knees for everyone except Africans. So we will see which direction they vote in. We are watching, and most definitely I will be doing a lot more shows about this, pointing out the type of hypocrisy. Because you guys remember, even like Dr. Umar, he has a slogan. He said, no to snow bunnies, but forever black queen. Have you heard any of them mention that? Even if they say Kamala is black, what about the husband? He white. So you guys need to stop being hypocrites and get on the program. That's why I'm going to close it out. I will see you guys on the next show. Let's find out who's trying to kill Donald Trump. I'm out. Peace.
Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Big flex, my swole up. Double cup and I'm pulled up. Niggas hating like hold up. What's the problem? I'm pulled up. Big flex, my swole up.